one of the 2020 MotoOption Supercross Series.
Oh, look at the move down the inside. Jake Morton trying to make the pass right into the lead.
Now Carter's opened up a nice gap out front, and this could be goodbye time here. Halfway through the main event.
Sinclair, multi-time race winner, multi-time champion, sitting on the sidelines for the first game. The 2020 MotoOption Supercross Champion starts right now in Anaheim. It was Lang again with the whole shot. Oh my God! There's four people down in the background. Tyler Lang is up. Where are all the heavy hitters that we were talking about? Oh, Gebhardt down the inside, going to make the move. Mitchell, mistake, and the mistake cost him the lead.
Basically, everybody in this class can win a race any weekend, so.
Final time, the final corner. Your winner, Anaheim wine, Walter Gebhardt on the number 5 system decal ride. The man of the night right here is the number 5 machine. Walter Gebhardt picks up the win. Red plates next week in St. Louis. Welcome everybody to round number 2 of the 2020 MotoOption SX Series. Brayton Carter gonna have that red plate on tonight. We already saw him earlier on going through in the heat races. Jake Morton, who was second last week, not going through to the main event tonight. Clint Martin, Kevin Gonzalez, Daniel Irvine. 250 West main event. Daniel Mills. Wow, Brayden Carter is dead last, folks. And Mahan, who had a really great heat races in 20. It is the second career victory on the line. Daniel Mills has won the main event in St. Louis. It's going to go down right now here at St. Louis. We're looking at Jeremy Schmidt down the inside. He's got Gebhardt to his right and Haley to his left. Let's go racing in St. Louis. Bryce Whelan with the hole shot. Jeremy Seabold comes across the line in second. Kyle Robin third. And Russ Chapman right there in fourth on the 29. And Seabold going down the inside after the finish line jump is going to take over the race lead in St. Louis and gets a triple out of the corner. Whelan also gets in right behind him. The inside contact and puts him down. And he's great in these whoops down the inside and just makes the pass happen, no problem. But Chapman cuts back underneath the triple.
There we go, does get that triple on.
And here's Smith, he's going to triple down the inside and he takes him down. He just completely plows him on the inside of the corner and Smith goes into second. Meanwhile, Jeremy Seabold has won the St. Louis Supercross. It's up on the box here in second. What a move. He's going to cross the line here. P2. Chapman's going to be disappointed with that because he probably thought he was going to end up second there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to round number 3 of the 2020 MotoOption SX Series live here on Start Your Systems. Kellen Brower in the booth. Joining me is, as always, Andrew Wood to my right here, to your left on the screen. And we're excited to bring you guys all the crazy action tonight from Anaheim 2. The second of the 2 Anaheims. The last time we'll be in Anaheim this year. It's going to be a freaking blast. Can't wait to get things started. Before we do, I'm going to throw it to A-Wood here to talk about our current 250 standings. If we can go ahead and pull this up and take a look. A-Wood, we have a tie atop the point standings coming into Anaheim 2. And really, it's actually kind of anyone's race within this top 5. Who's going to take that next step here tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. We see Braden Carter and Clint Martin have that points lead, but they're tied at 40 points. Luke Sullivan, Kevin Gonzalez haven't had 2 of the best races, but they're only 2 and 4 points behind respectively. So it's really going to be anyone's game, I feel like, for maybe the next few rounds. We haven't really seen anybody establish themselves as the title threat who's going to be kind of chased after. Braden Carter kind of had a bad race last weekend, so I think most of the guys are still kind of looking for him to go after him, but I think Martin, Sullivan, Gonzalez, and even Daniel Mills from last week, our race winner, I feel like they're really going to try to put themselves out there and to get on the top step and try to make a run for this title.
And we'll have to see how they fare tonight once we drop the gate in racing, of course. Looking at the 450 point standings before we get those gate drops underway tonight. Jeremy Siebel picking up the win last week and now gapping out the points lead to 6 points over Mitchell and his teammate Russ Chapman. Looking at the top of the tables here, it looks like we're kind of already getting to a point where we can see some separation at the top from kind of the rest of the pack. But is there anybody behind that front 3 that you see that it can jump forward and really start challenging tonight too?
Yeah, I think Jeremy Smith definitely had a great ride last weekend. Jeremy Cohen Hour, Jack Haley, and Walter Gebhardt. You know, Walter really had a really poor race last week following his opening round. I think that top 8 that you kind of see on the screen all still feel like they're definitely in the title hunt because it's so stacked at the top that Jeremy Siebel, yeah, he won last week and he has the red plate, but he could be finishing 8th this week and kind of drop back down to that same spot. So even though he's got that 6-point gap on the 2 guys behind him, I really still feel like it's anyone's game. I feel like that might be the case until maybe round 4, 5, or 6. But we're going to have to see, and maybe he establishes himself as a title favorite and kind of makes that jump himself tonight.
And talking about all these runners that you see in our 450 point standings, here's a look at the most recent run of the 450 qualifying times that we have tonight. I think these have updated a little bit since we last checked, obviously, but Russ Chapman, top of the board on a 58.4, Walter Gebhardt on a 59 flat, and Siebold, the points leader, on a 59.7. So again, clearly that separation among the 3 at the top, but Alexis Leclerc making his return tonight. We're going to look for Jack Haley, the defending champion, to try to make the steps, and some of the other riders that you mentioned as well to maybe push forward and challenge that top tier group of riders that we're looking at. Now on to the 250 division, little different story. We've seen Braden Carter be almost dominant at the beginning of the season and once again at the top of the timesheets. Is it just going to come down to starts again for Carter tonight, or is someone else just going to flat out beat him and outrace him, you think?
Yeah, I don't see too many people kind of flat out beating him by raw speed. You see, just like Rush in the 450s has over half a second of qualifying speed over the rest of the guys, but really both classes are really strong. I think if you see Craig Richards start in the top 3 and Braden Carter's not up there, he could pull away. Robert Wilson kind of coming into his own. Hunter Porch is always scary, and Ben Seberg, I don't think we've seen him too far up there, so they might not be super close in their qualifying speed, but it's all about the race situation, and you never know what's going to happen when it comes down to the main event.
Yeah, and speaking of race situation, I saw that you mentioned Ben Seberg there. He didn't even make the main event last week because he had some tough situations in the races, so that is going to be something to watch about those guys and whether or not they'll be able to actually put it in the main event in the first place, which is what we've seen some riders struggle with at the beginning of this season thus far. Well, here's the racetrack that we're looking at here tonight, folks. We'll go ahead and go in-game now and take a little bit better look at it from my perspective in the onboard footage. But a fairly decently long start straight, basically all the way down from middle of the outfield down to about where the pitcher's mound is. Comes through this little first turn area, and then 3 rollers coming out, and then A-Wood, maybe you want to talk about the rest of this track here.
Yeah, so right here, there's a kind of easy double, triple, double into the corner, but I heard the 450 guys might be going triple quad, maybe a few of them, or triple single. It kind of depends. I really like this track. I haven't seen too much of it, but I feel like there's a lot of different rhythms. You can have guys diving inside there, or maybe going outside for a bigger line. The Supercross triple is pretty beefy, followed by a right hand 90 into these whoops into another triple as we're struggling. Some guys, hey, they might have to double them if they get a little sketchy there. But so we come around, and the rhythm sections are kind of tricky. Two long whoop sections, and then this little roller into this steep double, which might be a little bit interesting if you can't get yourself settled. This double into the dragon's back into the finish. You can also jump up onto, and you can jump into that. You got to have really good timing though, or else you can receive a bad kick. But you can jump all the way out and then hit this finish line. So then as we come over the finish line here, we're going to hit this right hand turn, go back across the start straight, and then there's a split section here, a couple ruts in the corner, and a little bit weird. I feel like there's so many options. I haven't been able to see them all, but definitely I would be watching for some big lines there. But really, this track I feel like is going to be really exciting for racing. There's a couple 90s and stuff which normally aren't the best for racing, but I feel like the difficult rhythms, and there are a couple 180s, might be able to see a lot of passing opportunities that maybe we wouldn't have been able to with the amount of 90-degree turns on this track as it is. One interesting thing I wanted to point out that I just saw, when you come off that long start straight, these guys are going to be high speed, and it funnels into just over a 90-degree turn. And you're kind of going up a slight rise off camber, and I feel like that might be a little bit tricky. There's going to be a lot of people washing their front ends out, losing that. So maybe the very inside is not going to be the preferred starting spot.
It's a good catch there.
As if you want to go over to that after you finish this, as you show us that jump up onto the dragon's back, greasing the finish too.
Turn around and go down the start straight.
Yeah.
Here.
So I feel like the outside spot, you might be able to come in and sweep and not turn so much, but you hit that perfectly. Got a little slide over it with your rear end, but I feel like it might be a little bit tricky for the guys, and we might have to watch for some first turn pileups. Maybe whoever gets to the turn first isn't going to be the one who can actually pull out the whole shot.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to be a very interesting night of racing all around, whether it's the racetrack or the racers on the track. I think we're going to have a lot to talk about here tonight at Anaheim 2. Third round of the series for not only the 250 West division, but the 450 class as well. And we'll see those 250 West riders lining up on the gate here in just a minute for their Parade Lap 250 Heat 1 coming up. Want to give a big shout out, by the way. Alex Effers dropping $1.49 in chat. Just want to let you guys know that you can always donate. There is the chat donation link if you want. We also have a Streamlabs account, which I think is in the description. But appreciate all the support that you guys have given us thus far to start the year. Huge turnouts in the first 3 rounds already. I can see that we're already close to 300 viewers here. That is huge numbers for an MX Simulator race, so really, really appreciate you guys showing your support, dropping by, and hanging out, giving myself, Andrew something, kind of interesting to talk about in front of a group of people that hanging out watching the race here tonight.
Yeah, it's really awesome to have you guys here supporting us every week. Big donations, small donations, they all matter a lot to us. So thank you guys for stopping by. And hey, the first race hasn't even started yet, so I'm really excited to come and watch some racing with you guys and just be able to talk about it and hopefully give you guys some entertainment.
Entertainment indeed. That is what's going to be on the docket tonight, folks. Hopefully the racers on the track provide the real entertainment, and it's not us trying to beef it up a little bit more than it should be. But either way, we're going to have a great show tonight, and thanks again, everybody, for joining us. All right, 250 Heat number 1 coming up. We're going to get loaded in here in just a second. Just lovely amounts of scram files these days just make load times just astronomically wrong, or long, not wrong. I guess it could be astronomically wrong, the load times.
They are pretty not nice. I'm a big, I hate 4K skins, and I hate scram files and all of that, so... Yes, Alex, thank you for that $2 donation. Smash that like button for us.
Yeah, smash that like button, everybody. If you haven't subscribed already, I don't know how you're even here, first of all, but if you're here and you haven't subscribed, dude, what are you doing? Come on, subscribe, bro.
Get it together, dude. Start your systems. Get dialed in. Whatever moto game you like, we play them all, so.
Absolutely.
Come support us. Let's see. We got these guys out here for the site lap. Notable names. Clay Alfrey. Has he been racing? I just saw that scroll across the top of the screen, but that's an old name, and He was a shredder. Daniel Mills, Braden Carter in this one. The no capitalization is really messing with me. Dale Mullins, Jake Warden, who finished second place at round 1, then did not make the main last week as well. So, and I think he might still be top 10 in points, which is crazy. But that just shows you how crazy these first 2 rounds have been, and hopefully we're in for another one tonight.
All right, folks, they are lined up on the gate, and they are ready to bring the action here tonight inside of Angels Stadium. 30 board is going sideways. We're going to try to find one of the points leaders if I can latch onto them. How about Daniel Mills last week, who won the main event in St. Louis? He's down the inside, and we're off and running in Anaheim once again.
And not
terrible jump from Mills.
Terrible. See, we got the whole shot coming from the outside, able to swing in and really cut out.
It was Mahan, but Dale Mullins shoves him out of the way. A little Aussie lag there, and now he stood up in the corner. Everybody's going to get hung up right here. And taking advantage of it is Jake Warden, who missed the main event last week.
Oh, my dirty!
And I think that was Anthony Pachone that just absolutely center punched the side of Jake Warden, and it puts Clay Alfrey on the 188 to the front of the field here early on. We were just talking about, has Alfrey been racing? Apparently not. I don't even have his skin. So right off the gate, 2 corners in, folks, we already have some T-bone action going on.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. If Clay Alfrey's been, like, playing the game but not racing, he was easily, like, a top guy race winner. So if Clay Alfrey wins tonight, just don't be surprised. And if he wins this heat, which looks like it might happen with the little gap he has here, yeah, just know he's kind of an OG, been around a while. As we see some people going down the whoops, but Jake Warden, even after that punt, was able to make it back up into second, actually in front of Pachone.
Yeah, I was going to say, interestingly enough, Pachone is still right there with him. Blakely with a nice pass around the outside
a little break tap too, it looks like. So those 250 guys, we see them splitting up that split section. Chase B going inside on, Pachone going outside.
Yeah, these guys all tucking to the inside 2-3-2 like you're mentioning through this first rhythm, and it looks like this BPC duo is trying to run down Clay Alfrey at the front as quickly as they possibly can. Another little day at the test track for these guys out here. Blakely going outside, not going to triple in, but his teammate goes down. Warden is off the bike. Pachone goes by. I think that was Mullins, and then over top was DeSalle, I believe, as well. And then our points leader, or one of the 2 points leaders, Braden Carter, also making it through.
Yeah, that shared red plate going to be exciting tonight, kind of see which one of those 2 comes out on top. Braden Carter definitely feels like he should be the one to go up and kind of make a gap over the other points leader here tonight, but little bit of sketchy start to this first race. It looks like he's in a transfer position, though, pretty relaxed. I just saw Daniel Mills in 17th, our winner last week. Definitely not a good start for him.
Well, one man who is not currently in a transfer spot is our other points leader, Clint Martin, and he is down, and he's in a cluster here in this corner. He is with Alex Helms and
Clint Martin,
Will Whiteley right there.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but Clint Martin was the rider down on the 84. Now he is dead last. Only me sitting on the gate is behind him.
Oof. Hate to see that one.
Oh, he's going to go down again, and he's off the bike. A terrible start to his night for the Australian here for Transmoto, as he is down once again, and he is going to have to pick it back up and try to make as many passes as he can. And at this point, I guess, hope for a good gate pick in the LCQ.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a lost cause for him as we see these guys going on off. One thing I noticed right before Jake Warden fell, Chase B up front looked a little spicy. He looked ready, and he looked like he was ready to go on a charge against Clay Alfrey as we're watching Charles Gable right now. But there he is, actually caught up to the back of him. I love that Rockstar Husky with that number 21 looking like JA right now and definitely riding like it. He's got so much style. Clay Alfrey just lets him go by, but we do see
cross line.
Yeah, it looked like he almost went for that quad on that I was kind of talking about before the stream started, but he just looks comfy. He's always had some good style, but he just looks like he's kind of flowing here and definitely putting some lap times down. So hopefully Chase B can have a good result for himself tonight.
And if I remember right, Blakely, he had a decent week last week, but Anaheim 1 was not in his favor. He had a rough opener. And already having some internet issues here as well, Blakely, as he's
goes for that triple win, too.
Side by side with Alfrey on the triple for the lead. Alfrey is going to try to take it back, but just give it right back to Blakely. I think these two probably playing a little bit of team games up here.
Yeah, I think Clay just doesn't want any of it. Yeah, you saw him let him by on the start straight. He just wants to kind of be there and learn and get in, I think, and just kind of get some more reps on the track as we see him going down in the back of the screen there on the whoops. But Chase B just sliding his rear end around, just looking super comfortable on this track tonight. Braden Carter, though, Definitely a great ride here. Either just passing the second or still in third.
Yeah, no, he's made it up to second. We have lost Clay Alfrey from this lead group. He's dropped back to fourth, so must have had a fallout crash. And Carter looking silky smooth. Bobby DeSalle running in third. Then we see Alfrey there in fourth. Pachone's still in a transfer spot in fifth. Kyle Carpenter running in the sixth position. Dale Mullins back here in seventh. Eighth for Mahan and ninth for Irvine, but they're all about to go past Pachone, who was down, and that's going to give Trevor Schaefer a transfer spot. Trafer.
Those guys are getting sketchy. I really like what they're doing. They're kind of either going inside and crossing over that triple on in the split section or almost jumping off. A couple of those guys missing it, but that triple step on.
It was Mahan at the top of the berm, so more riders going backwards that should be pretty consistent main event guys. Warden back there. Gable, Daniel Mills, who won last week, is outside looking in.
Yeah, he was 17th, so it looks like he's a lot higher than he was. But Pashone right now on the bubble, 9th place. We'll have to watch and see. D-Mills only a second and a half behind him. See if he's going to charge up or if any of the guys in front of Pashone definitely go down and give them both a gift here. But Pashone getting a little sketchy in those whoops. I've seen some guys getting really sketchy through them, so that might be a difficult set for the guys here tonight.
So down through the finish line, top 9 still looking reasonably safe for a transfer spot, but Mills is back here lurking with Jake Warden, Charles Gable, Ryan Mahan, all trying to charge to the front. Robert Wilson, Fred Heather, Will Whiteley, Zoe Cross, and Clint Martin coming through the whoops here. He is well behind this group. And needs a miracle. Pachone went down. So Pachone went down, and it looks like it has given Mullins the transfer spot with Warden still right behind him.
Yeah, Daniel Mills is in too, I guess. So maybe two guys must have gone down if Dale Mullins is now in the transfer spot. But definitely a group of guys here that feel like they should be in the main, and I don't think Warden's going to give up that easily. You might have to see a hard charge here in the next lap or two.
Yeah, Warden is looking to make the pass quickly. He's going to give right by. Who is that down? Trevor Schaefer off the triple has gone down. So Warden gets a transfer spot, but here comes the 29 of Charles Gable, the number 29 national number, privateering it out here. Oh, and he's going to get together with Warden. And a body slam, and he sends Warden later.
Tony Hawk over here.
Helicoptered through the air, so Schaefer's going to go into the final transfer spot. Robert Wilson has also gone by. Zoe Cross. Now Gable getting up with Whiteley going down the inside. Remember, Whiteley was down earlier on with Clint Martin.
Exactly.
And so he's charging all the way up to a potential transfer spot at this point.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's kind of where I think Clint Martin definitely had worse luck in that crash, but, man, Will Whiteley definitely putting on a hard charge here and kind of where he should be. Zoe Cross, have to give you a shout out. That gear is so sick. That's the Jet stuff, right? That Geico wore last year, I think. And oh my gosh, it almost looked like he sent Monty into that whip, but Monty saving that.
Meanwhile, up front, Braden Carter just rolled across the finish line jump to take the win, or he's down on the face of the finish line jump. Well, Blakely still going to get second. Results coming in already. So
I didn't see it.
Not sure what happened with Carter.
He must have hit and fell back or something.
So Alfrey crosses the line third. Looks like K-Carp going to cross the line fourth here. Daniel Irvine, Daniel Mills, and Chase DeSalle. Going for the pass, but not going to get it done. 3/10 down.
That was risky,
Dale Mullins
though.
made it in through 8th, and Schaefer looking to go through in 9th. He's got to make the Dragons back clean, and he's got it.
Yeah,
Schaefer to
that
the main
is
event.
so. You could tell how stiff he was, just so nervous. And Monty Wilson just short of the main event. Zoe Cross with that awesome gear. Will Whiteley sad with that hard charge. Jake Warden too. He was up front early and got yeeted by Pashone in the second turn. Third turn, you can't do that. That's not cool. But gonna have another exciting LCQ this week.
I was gonna say that this is the story right here. The joint points leader, Clint Martin, going to the last chance qualifier. There's some weird bounces going on. I know. I'm not sure what's going on with the
Pashone, you should not ride on the track after the race.
Pashone going backwards in 18th. Mahan and Quentin McDaniel looks like both were a lap down there. So not sure. Mahan must have disconnected early because he was in that kind of group going 12 through 13th-ish range. And then it all fell apart. Looks like DeSalle lost a spot to Mullins on cuts. Wow, actually, DeSalle lost several positions because Daniel Irvine's up here, but he's behind Daniel Mills. So Mills got a position on cuts. Alfrey, Blakely, Carter, all chaos, all kicking off. Not sure what the heck is going on here right now, but back in booth, Kellen Brower, Andrew Wood here bringing you guys the action in that 250 West Heat number 1. Well, we've seen one heat, and one heat is not a ton to go off of, but how do you like how this track is racing so far?
I kind of like it. Looks like almost like the first couple rounds, the guys are having to race the track a lot more so than racing each other. We definitely saw Chase Blakely come up, make a pass, and kind of ride pretty good. It looks like it's a little bit tricky for the guys. Maybe they need a little bit more time. Maybe the LCQ guys, they're fast. Jake Warden, last time we saw him win the LCQ at Anaheim 1 2 rounds ago and then come out and get second in the main. Maybe that extra time is something that he could use wisely this week. The whoops definitely seem to be a big factor that second set, but we'll have to see if these guys can kind of tone down the mistakes and kind of get it together. But I like it so far. The track seems cool. The split sections, different options that the guys are doing in the 250s, 450s. We might see it either might be a lot more boring or we might see a lot of way bigger lines with that triple quad that you could do supposedly in the first rhythm. I'm really excited to watching the rest of the racing, and it hasn't really disappointed much this year so far.
Yeah, this is already shaping up to be a good night of racing. And again, glad that you guys could join myself and A-Wood here watching this exciting action. All right, 250 West Heat number 2 coming up here in just a minute. We've already seen the points leaders, so now we're going to see basically everybody else that's kind of a contender that we haven't already hit on. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see how it all goes. Got to disco Rico real quick, and we'll go ahead and go back to full screen in the meantime. Alrighty, folks. Who do we got in this second 250 heat? Devin Davis, Kevin Gonzalez, Andrew Peekman, AJ Green, Brandon Holmes, Silic, Mudge, Medina, Spencer, Sullivan, Gatlin, Porch, Hugan, Trent Adams, loads of people. Jacob Hubbard, Brady White, Zach Ginter, Hunter Braun, to name a few. Wow, Craig
Zach
Richards
Ginter
is back this week. So our defending champion, who told you and I both that he was not going to be able to make the rest of the rounds due to a promotion at his real-life job in Australia.
Probably got fired.
Got fired this week, apparently, because he is back racing here in this 250 West region and still running the number 1 plate, looking fresh, but
yeah, that's
very unlikely he'll be running the red plate or defending his championship after missing last week's race.
Yeah, you never know. We are connected, Alex, with a $2 donation, asking why we're connected at the ears. I am Kellen's child.
We're connected at the ear because I don't have my mixer set up yet. I need to get that set up, but I will eventually. Either way, 250 West Heat number 2 set up and ready to go. We are off and running once again at Anaheim.
Craig Richards jumps the gate. Let's see if we see another hole shot from the outside.
Silic on the 428 is going to get to the corner first, and he will pick up that hole shot, but down the inside coming Sullivan trying to get there. Ooh. Whoa, triple from the outside. Who's that going to the lead? Ben Seberg on the 38 pulls it out, goes to the front, and he's going to try to take off before the rest of the field can get after him here. Big pile up in the berm in the background, by the way, too. Yeah,
almost hitting that big triple in that we saw Chase B try in case, and Seberg is frisky right now, looking really solid. Kind of reminds me of Ken Roxon last week in the main event. Not the best start. He was in second place and pulled out an early triple in the rhythm section just to kind of separate himself from the field, get himself up with Osborne. That's kind of what Seberg just did there. Hit a big rhythm early on, get yourself separated, and he's got like four seconds right now, it looks like, of clean air.
Yeah, he has absolutely gapped the field already. Just crossing the line here on lap number 1, it is Seberg leading the way. And then, like you said, a big gap back to Hunter Porch here in second. Gatlin in third. Richards moving up here into fourth. We got Brandon Holmes in fifth. Trent Adams sixth. Hugan is seventh. Eighth for Sullivan and ninth for AJ Green. But this is an absolute freight train of guys right here where basically anything could happen.
Yeah, Luke Sullivan's are in third in the championship, and actually looks like, is that him off the track
Holmes
right there?
Going down with Gatlin by the looks of it, yeah.
Luke Sullivan's back there on the Suzuki, and he's third in the points series, and as he avoids that slide out again right there, Kevin Gonzalez is fourth, so these guys want to get up there, want to get themselves a good gate pick for the main, kind of show that they're a heavy hitter, and they can kind of challenge for this win here tonight.
Oh, Devin Davis jumping off the track, and he almost got tossed by Hunter Braun. We got another rider going down. It's AJ Green. And Richards was down on the 1. Everybody's getting mixed in there.
This is a mess right there.
So, guys, barely able to get over the triple. Here's Trevor Spencer. And right now, occupying the final transfer spot is Hunter Braun with Richards right behind him. Trying to focus in on these battle for the transfer spot action a little bit better this week because we missed a lot of it at the round last week watching battles up front. But this transfer stuff is always exciting.
It seems like you can't do perfectly right. You show too much of the leader and everybody else complains, or you show too much of the battle. And Robert Wilson last week was like, hey, I won or almost won the heat and never really saw myself. But, hey, you got to go wherever the action is. And right now we're seeing that as Craig Richards jumps past like 4 dudes. Oh, my God.
Look at he's funneling down the inside. We got Gonzalez coming on the outside with Hubbard mixed in. Then the 243 of Hunter Braun right there. And it's kind of almost was about to get
someone
settled.
Just got yeeted.
I think that's the 62 of Holmes. But look at this freight train. This is about 8th back to 16th maybe. Lines going every which direction. Nobody can figure out which rhythm lane they want to take here.
Hunter Braun, it looks like he hit the big rhythm in that section. I don't know if it's a triple or a triple quad, but definitely good. But runs into Craig getting up from a crash. That allows Trevor Spencer. It was either Trent Adams or him. So good. Thank you for starting your name off with the same letters. As he's looking spicy. We see Trent Adams right behind Craig there, and the whoops getting a great drive. Craig's going up the inside.
He's gonna make that
make
pass.
It cleanly.
Cut back underneath. Spencer was trying to get after him. Then Trent Adams, who we were just talking about, right behind him. So it looks like they're almost teammates. I mean, they have the TLD gear. They're on KTMs, but one's on swapmotolive.com and the other's on Veracco LTF.
Oh.
Big mistake there for Adams, and Medina goes down the inside. So where are I think we're battling. This is 9th here for Richards. So Hugan, Gonzalez, Hubbard, and Sullivan right behind his teammate Devin Davis. Hunter Porch is up here, and Seberg is out front cruising with the lead. So not a lot of action going on.
Yeah.
Really out front. 4, 5 Hubbard.
Ooh,
6
saucing it. I like this camera right here.
7 Gonzalez. 8 Medina and 9 Richards. Richards into
Oh
the
my
Steve Mathis
gosh.
Memorial nets. He's coming across the track.
That was a sweet little Wyndham transfer too there. Comes in safely, still hits the whoops and holds on to his spot. Oh, it's both the
Adams.
fake KTM guys.
Yeah.
Fake TLD.
They look like teammates, but they're not.
Imposters. Craig Richards getting all sorts of sketchy out here, but holding it together. And does he still have the final transfer spot?
I think it's still his. Yeah, 9th right now.
Jeez. That was his fastest lap, and he did a transfer off the soupy triple. That is not bad. Craig Richards with that inside on-off line. Let's see how those kind of work out. I kind of like that line that Craig took on the inside better for coming onto the start straight.
Yeah, it's a shame. I don't believe they're going to build it like that in real life. I think I saw an updated map where that split is taken out, but you're right. It looks like it's creating a lot of different options.
Yeah, they normally kind of the split lanes. I feel like it's rare that they actually have them. I was surprised at Anaheim 1 to even see that they did that along the first baseline, but definitely interesting to see. I feel like if done well, they can be fairly close and create some unique passing lines. But Craig Richards having another drive here. Trevor Spencer going to come up. Let's see if he goes on the inside. Yes, he is. Able to make it cleanly, though. I like him.
Oh, Spencer fighting back. He's got a better drive in the whoops.
Yeah, Craig just kind of slid
out.
out.
Got to come back down the inside again. Let's see if Spencer's able to square him off. He's getting pushed wide, and Richards with a little nudge finally makes that pass stick. And again,
Trent Adams coming
up behind Trevor Spencer here.
He needs to make a move quick, though. I think they only have one more lap to go, or 2 laps to go, so one more after this. And I feel like he's got to get by and put a charge on Richards if he wants to make something happen. He's kind of been there a little bit hesitant. He's got to be like Craig and just kind of go in and make the move. And, man, these guys, though, super close this whole time. Nobody really going down hard, so...
Take a peek back up closer to the front.
Oh my
we got
toss,
Devin Davis and Jacob Hubbard getting together just as we latch onto them. Davis kind of getting landed on there, and that's going to allow Riley Hugan through on the outside. So Riley on the move towards the front. Hubbard, I believe, is up here in 3rd, and Porch still sitting 2nd with Seberg taking the white flag right now. So 1 to go for your leader on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna factory racing ride. For those of you that are wondering, this team is actually, technically speaking, officially supported by the Rockstar Husky team because their team manager is Arminas Jasikonis, who plays MX Simulator as well. And of course, Jasikonis, a very, very strong GP rider in his own right, rides for the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna team in Europe. So really kind of cool story there that it's all tied together in some way or another.
Yeah, and their setup definitely looks fresh. I know BPC kind of has a setup like it, but man, these guys are super, super factory looking. And Ben Seberg, I'm kind of really excited. We saw him qualify, I think 2nd it was, and I feel like he's not normally too much up there, but he's just got this start and kind of took off. And man, with how strong he was on that opening lap and how strong he's been the rest of this race, I feel like he's probably going to be up there during the main, and he might be a heavy hitter. We've seen different winners every round in both classes tonight. So as Seberg takes the win in this first 250 heat, I would definitely look out for him in the main. Hunter Porch, another strong ride, sending the finish line.
Riley Hugin's going to come down here in third, and Devin Davis battling it out with his teammate all the way to the line. Him and Luke Sullivan have almost been latched at the hip this entire race, but it's going to be Davis to get the better of his teammate there. Hubbard with Medina. It's going to be Medina by 0.031. Richard's going to get 8th and 9th for Spencer, so that battle we saw getting to the line. It was Spencer who took it, and Gonzalez, Adams, Braun, Mudge, Gatland, Peakman, Holmes, AJ Green, Brady White, Zach Ginter, Thomas Sillick, just to name a few that are going to miss out. Just wanted to take a peek, by the way, at Brandon Holmes, who's wearing a Stormtrooper helmet. I thought that was kind of a cool touch.
I didn't even see that the whole time.
Just a nice little touch. He told me about it before the race, so I figured I'd give him a little love on the stream.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Kind of funny to see.
Man, so we have Kevin Gonzalez, Jake Warden, right? Robert Wilson. We've got 3-4 guys in this top 10 in points that aren't in the main event.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something to watch out for. There's only 4 spots into the main event from the LCQ. So definitely going to have to keep an eye on that. I feel like that's been the story of the year so far, is stacked LCQs, heavy hitters not making the main, points all over the place. So unless we start losing some people, I feel like this whole series is just going to be nuts.
Well, and a reminder of where those 250 points are, like you said, we see Carter made it, but Clint Martin did not. Luke Sullivan made it, but Kevin Gonzalez did not.
Yes.
And Ivan Medina also just missed out too, right? Didn't he?
I think so, maybe. I think Medina.
DeSalle made it. Mills. Did he make it? I don't even remember
I
at
don't
this
know.
point.
We
Warden
don't really
didn't
like
make
D-Mills.
it. Wilson, I think he made it in like 8th or so, right? And then Daniel Irvine
No, I think
also.
D-Mills got 10th. I think D-Mills, or Monty Wilson.
Yeah,
Wilson
so I believe he
missed it.
missed it out.
That's like
as well.
at least half the top 10 in points right now is not in the main event.
Right.
So
yeah, that's crazy. So we're going to see a pretty big shift in points tonight unless those guys can make it in. And I mean, we basically we just listed potentially 4 or 5 guys going to the LCQ.
Yeah.
If they don't make it through, we're definitely missing someone out of the top 10 in the main event tonight, and that is going to be a huge hit in the points for them, obviously. Notice that my boy Jeff Walker dropping by in the chat. Good to see old Jeffy out here. Good to see everybody out here tonight. Almost up to 400 viewers. Can't believe that. We were over 600 at the opener. We were over 500 at round 2. We're close to 400 here. We're on our way all the way down to 0 by round 7. It's great. But I'm actually pretty impressed that there's this many people still showing up to watch us talk about janky sim races every week, huh?
yeah, I mean, and the views later on, if you can't watch live, it's always up there on the replay if you can't watch the whole thing. We thank you guys for stopping in, but yeah, the views have been crazy so far, and hey, we can get that number a little bit higher. We can get back, get your boys in here, give us a nudge, give us a shout out. Come on, let's come watch some racing. If you do, we'll get like way more excited. So
I think what's crazy too,
we could start doing shots for dualies.
Oh, I'm not about to do shots for dualies. I think I'm out on that. But what I think is crazy is that there are a lot of times that the number to me looks crazy, 374 viewers. That's a huge amount of viewers. And then I'll get like a couple Instagram messages, a couple Facebook messages or whatever that said like, can you please remind me when the stream is? I was really bummed I missed it. So there's still people out there that want to watch the stream but are forgetting about it. That's why you remind your friends, folks.
Yeah, you can subscribe, turn on notifications for when we go live. I think that's fairly easy. Man, so I'm looking at points, Justin. Okay, relax. That's my boy right there. But so let's see, 450 point standings just at a glance while we kind of check out the field. Jeremy Siebold, 45 points with a 6-point lead on Colton Mitchell. Russ Chapman right there also as well. Jeremy Smith. Dude, I am looking.
Dooley.
That was good. Hey, we got shots.
Shots.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have our bartender bring us up a. I don't work in the morning, so
I don't think
no.
I
I just might have one. Look at that, 729 Gates 4 and 3. It's a sign.
Oh, jeez. Awood out here again, just
Let's
mobbing with the
go.
729. But it's time to
Let's
go race
go.
in the
Russ
450 class
Chapman.
from Anaheim. Let's drop the gate. They're underway.
sucks,
Good
dude.
jump 14 out of Lang. Leclerc actually getting out jumped, which is rare off the start. Look at
Yeah.
the cut
Oh
under the
my
inside. William
jeez.
St. Laurent shot out of a Canadian cannon.
Let's see what he does here. If he
Quad?
hits a... Nah,
Nope.
he OJ to triple in a little bit here. Am I the analyst? Is that what's going on?
I think you are.
I'm really awesome. Yeah, you know, I'm pretty good at the game. So Bryce Whelan here. Wow, another good start by him. He's always a good starter, I feel like, too. And Gebhardt had a rough round at round 2, but he's up there, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him kind of take a early lead as he's shredding. Gonna probably scrub up the inside, maybe make a pass for this whoop section right here. Ooh, cases it.
Gebhardt's trying to go for the Anaheim sweep here. Remember, he won the opener,
Yeah.
and he had the points lead. He's coming down the inside of Bryce Whelan to get in a second. We got someone going backwards
Yeah,
on the track
there
from
was
the
a
other
couple
lane there.
guys off the triple.
Little, Ryan Dungey, Orlando,
Yeah, and
2007 action there.
Gebhardt, dang, that's a strong pull right there. Comes the Moto Encyclopedia.
Oh,
That
man.
was deep. Let's see, Gebhardt. Does he do
Quad
that
over,
quad
yeah,
over?
he does.
See, easy peasy.
Didn't look
quad
faster,
over.
though. I think Whelan almost caught him from the inside there.
I think if he goes and can get it to the quad to the right side and kind of arc that double out, he can definitely make it faster. But hey, if it's too sketchy, it might be something to watch out for. So Gebhardt here looking strong, going for an early pass on St. Laurent, but both those guys looking strong as we see the triple. Is that a quad or a triple?
I think it's a triple there
Okay.
before the triple. I thought Gebhardt
Getting
was almost going to get in the back of
hella
the St. Laurent there.
close.
Let's see who gets to drive in the whoops. Gebhardt really strong down that left side, but
Yeah.
St. Laurent holding strong.
If he doesn't case up here, he might go down the inside. No, gonna save it, but he's strong in the whoops here. Let's see, he's got to drive down the inside, getting holy whiskey. Yeah!
Oh, he goes
That was
down.
almost
I thought he
so
was
sick.
right out of that, but instead
Oh.
St. Laurent keeps the lead.
was
Unbelievable
nuts.
action right there. But St. Laurent now in front of Whelan, and then Reed Young gets up right in front of
Oh my
Gebhardt there.
jeez.
Gebhardt for the full send in the heat
That was
race.
sick. Yeah, you just got to hold it wide if you get sketchy like that. And I like barely mentioned that roller into that steep little wall double.
Ooh, down again.
Ooh, as he didn't fall off the bike though. Those things are a little sketchy if you
Chapman
get whiskey.
down. Chapman down off the right side of the track here, and he's going to lose, I believe, a transfer spot. I think Fjellberg may have just gotten into the final
Yeah.
transfer spot here in 9th.
That's a clean setup.
No, he's
I
in
love
8th,
clean
actually.
setups.
So Honeywell is now in 9th here on the 85.
You know your name's supposed to be capitalized, guys. Dade
No.
Honeywell, Russ
I
Chapman.
think they do this on purpose. I think
They're making me. Hey, I get to talk about them. So
yeah, everybody that doesn't like me or Awood is running lowercase names.
no, hey,
I think no. Well,
They're friends.
I'll say they don't like me, which
Okay.
is more likely.
everybody loves to hate me. I'm like Devin Davis.
And Logan Lights is going.
Oh
so
my
fast.
yeet! So Austin Eklund.
Eklund. What I was about to say though is Lights is going so fast, dude. The numbers have ripped right off his number plates, dude. He's just got no numbers on that bike right now. He is absolutely sailing out here.
Shredding. Just shredding. Oh, so
St. Laurent
jeez.
has lost the lead, and oh man, there's a
Oh
lot of
my.
chaos. I got a bail cut there going on. Whelan is back here suddenly. Look at Lights going for the yeet as he pushes Whelan off the track. Here comes St. Laurent going
Yeah.
3-3 down the inside. Does he go for the takeout? He tried it, but
Ooh.
Leitzel reacts strongly and cuts back underneath there.
Yeah, I like the different rhythms some of these guys are doing here. The 450s all kind of getting this triple. No, nobody really scrubbing out. They're kind of just sending it to
I
flat.
think at that
but-
transition, it's a little bit kind of peaked out, so it's a little harder to lay down a scrub off that triple. Oh, rider down. It's Kyle Robb before the Supercross triple. Laurent avoids him. So does Whelan. Around goes Fjellberg, and I believe that was Chapman also going through as well. And Honeywell here off the back, so it puts Robb on the bubble for a transfer now as he's coming out of the corner there in the background. And this freight train of riders going on from about 4th through 8th here. And maybe even all the way up to 2nd at this point. Let's kind of reset things. Yeah, it's Reed Young on the 42 leading.
Oh my gosh,
somehow
Reed.
rides that out. He's going to try to keep the leader on the
That was
outside.
sick.
And Gebhardt now settling in behind him in 2nd. Then we have Logan Leitzel in 3rd, Bryce Whelan in 4th, Chapman 5th, 6th for St. Laurent. 7th is now Honeywell, 8th for Kyle Robb, and 9th Austin Eklund. But it's this front group that's insane right now. Look at this race
Yeah,
train.
this is nuts. Gebhardt is no slouch, and he's just killing it right now. And look, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all right there in a strong train. I like that rut developing. before that first set of whoops. Gebhardt gets a little bit sketchy in them, but able to hold on. Man, these guys, the 450 guys, they look like they're going twice as fast as the 250. I mean, they probably are.
I mean, they're carrying a lot more speed. That is definitely evident.
And oh my.
Oh, and Gebhardt down again in this corner. That's going to give Leitzel the lead. Here's Chapman going through into second. Gebhardt is going to lose third and maybe fourth. Honeywell, little cross-jump Carl action there.
Yeah, those teammates right there, too.
Teammates. System decal.
Almost cleaning each other. Russ Chapman was out of a transfer spot early in the race, wasn't he? And now he's got a strong second. Man, he's just been solid. Rush has to get his starts figured out, though, for this main event. He's been strong every round, kind of got into a bunch of stuff. Lappers last week, and I know he wasn't too happy about. Said he's going to come out and win tonight, but he says that a lot. So a lot of people think that. But I don't know, man. Rush looks like he has the speed. Gebhardt looks really strong on this track, though, as well.
And Chapman doing a little bit of that scrub action that you were talking about. He is trying to go after our leader, Leitzel, here.
Oh my gosh, gets in the bales, powers back on it, gets on the rear wheel a little bit, and actually probably gets a better drive than Leitzel there. And depending on the time when they come across, either 1 or 2 laps to go after this one, see, those 450s are carrying so much speed. I think that's what caught Walter the second time as well. They're just slamming into that face. But Russ Chapman definitely making a drive here up on Logan Leitzel, who's also going so fast the numbers blew off. But he can't hold off Russ Chapman for long, it looks like.
White flag is waving. Chapman is closed up here on Leitzel. And it's a battle for the win here in 450 heat number 1. Who is going to take it?
Yeah, man, Russ Chapman hit that triple or that quad over in the split section from the inside. Definitely looking strong there, carrying so much speed. And he's getting right up on the rear wheel. He's going to triple out and not be able to make it yet, but I think he can get this pass down before the end of the lap.
Scrubbing it down, gets a nice drive into the triple. Does he go inside before the whoops and kill the momentum? No, he doesn't. He swings wide. It's going to be a drive through the whoops that might get it done here. He's coming down the inside, or side by side off the triple.
Up here.
Leitzel, he ended up going the wrong way on the track. That's probably going to cost him right there.
Yeah, good job on the white flag. Not able to make it happen, but good job slowing down, not getting himself into some trouble.
So your winner, 450 heat number 1, bringing it down. It's going to be Logan Leitzel. No numbers, but he's number 20 on the program book here tonight. Chapman going to get second. It's third for Gebhardt, fourth for Honeywell, fifth for Kyle Robb. A nice charge for the 23 after being outside of transfer at one point. St. Laurent's going to get sixth after that hole shot. Seventh for Bryce Whelan right behind him. Eklund looks like he's got eighth wrapped up, and ninth should be Reed Young, but Wilcox is trying to charge after being suspended. For round 2, he's trying to get in the main, but he's going to the LCQ here out of this one. Although barring cuts, he was close there. 6/10 down at the end.
Yes, sir. Definitely Jeremy Shipley on Jack Daniels Racing Team. Man, strong rider Leclerc. Look at that, 2 single-digit championship winners.
Goodness.
Kevin Frizaka coming back, too. Hasn't been playing, at all. Not too far off, so he's trying to get his feet wet. Never really been strong at outdoors. Tyler Lang, we've seen him in almost every main. Just pills it. Man, dude. All these names, they should be in the main, and they're not even close.
This is crazy.
Every week. We need a third class.
Third class.
We need 125s or something.
By the way, lawyer victory goes to Russ Chapman. He's going to win that achievement in the servers list now. Getting a lawyer victory there as he takes it. How many? 3.07 seconds of cuts there for Mr. Logan Leitzel.
Yeah, Rush.
Mr.
Freaking cheater. 4 seconds by whoever number.
Wow. Actually, Eklund got tossed out of transfer here. 4.14 seconds of cuts cost him a transfer. Reed Young is going to the main event here tonight, folks.
That strong finish by him definitely paid off. Man.
Actually, Wilcox was the benefactor there. He was the one who was behind Reed Young. He goes up to 8th, and Young stays 9th, but we lost Austin Eklund, who was 8th, so it's basically a flip-flop of Eklund and Wilcox there. Man, okay, so a little bit of chaos there, just kind of trying to get it all sorted, but it was Russ Chapman who is your winner here, 450 heat number 1. 450 heat number 2 coming up next.
Coming up. Coming at you.
Coming at you.
Some guy called me the other guy.
The other guy.
And I don't really know
Who's
how
the other guy sitting here?
I'm the other guy. He said the other. Ooh. Was Deuce here last week? Right there?
No, I moved jerseys.
Okay, we got Deuce in the house, you know. But, yeah, we got some heavy hitters in here, but he said my favorite word was sketchy, which probably not wrong. People get sketchy. That's what they do in sim. It's literally how I ride. So.
Plus, I feel like sketchy is a very, like SoCal bro term too, which we kind of live in it a little bit. So I think it's fair that sometimes we use that term.
I dropped a hella for my NorCal guys,
man,
which
NorCal.
Doesn't count, but hey, repping the NorCal guys,
Jeez.
so doesn't count as a curse word, I don't think.
It doesn't.
We're keeping it clean out here for the kids. We are for the children.
Hey, friends.
We got Deuce. What is it? Hold on. I just want to be a champion. I couldn't think of the song lyric.
Wait, I don't even
Be one of us!
Oh,
You can be
jeez.
one of
Come
us!
on, we don't have to bring that
Let's
up
go,
here.
Calvin, bring it in. Be one of us!
Dude,
Okay.
I am so not hard. I am so not.
I am so hard.
Cut it. Honestly, if I saw how bad
Clip
I looked
it.
in that video, I think I would have been like, "Hey, guys, we're gonna have to cut me out of that." I think I look a little bit too cheesy in that thing, dude.
It's okay.
Oh man, it's awful.
Ah, that was great.
Oh man,
That's awesome. All right, well, look, Logan Leitzel.
no numbers on his bike. I wonder why.
He's just maybe he maybe listen, sometimes in qualifying you have issues. You got to run a practice bike, let AMA know you're changing frames, let RF know, and run a practice bike. Couldn't get the graphics switch in times, but hey, second in the heat. Where's your teammate Brian?
Where's my teammate Brian? Like
Yeah.
Brian Haskell?
No, like Brian, like Graham.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he's actually my teammate, though, to be fair.
Oh,
By the
yeah,
way,
you're not
MotoX 11,222 bringing $2 New Zealand dollars. Dude, he's
$2.
He's dropping the New Zealand dollars like it's hot in here, man. Every week.
Yeah, every week.
It is insane, man. I'm just getting Kiwi cash up and down the block.
Kiwi
folks.
Do we gotta go there to use them? Like, what's the exchange rate?
I don't
Like,
think so. I think the exchange
MotoX,
rate
do some Googling
transfers
for
into
us. Help us
YouTube.
out. No, I'm kidding. We're good. What is up? Scooty Army has emerged. Oh,
man.
no.
Sleuth Gang.
Scooty Puff.
Sleuth Gang.
Did you see the Dirt Shark video?
Hey, by the way, I don't ever announce this, but I should. If you guys are around after the race tonight, you guys definitely got to head over to Scooty Puff Jr.'s Twitch channel. He does this thing called marble racing. I don't know if he's going to do it tonight. I hope he does. Scooty, better do it, buddy. Now I'm calling you
I'm a
out.
Marbles on stream champion.
Marbles, it's a great time. Seriously, it's just like hanging out with buddies. You just watch your marble race. All you do is hit play and you watch your marble race. You get to pick a song. Usually people pick funny songs. It's a good time, man. It's a little nice post-race chill down. And it's a good way to just kind of connect with other people that maybe either watching the sim race or maybe they weren't and they're just there to have a good time. So definitely hit up Scooty Puff Jr. on Twitch if you guys want to see some good stuff after this or just really any time during the week because he always has some really funny stuff on his Twitch channel too.
Scooty Puff Jr. Dude, did you see the Dirt Shark video?
I did, yeah. Scooty was ripping it.
Scooty was, dude, I'm like sad that I wasn't there with him to go crazy because he was on another level and that's where I wanted to be. Maybe, where's he live? Is he local-ish?
Washington?
Oh, Anaheim too. Scooty come, actually, I don't
Yeah,
know
he's
if
not
I
going to
can
be
get a
down.
ticket.
Should have
Well,
seen him at A1. I saw him.
Oh my gosh, Brady Ginter just hit some sick flip.
All right, 450 heat number 2 coming up. This one does, of course, feature your championship leader, the number 19 of Jeremy Seabolt. Last week's winner from St. Louis is going to go ahead and find him on the start here so we can take a look at how he fares off the gate comparatively. Going to be interesting. Got a call for the whole shot, Awood? Looking at the numbers. Anybody use?
6. Mitchell.
Six.
Colton Mitchell.
from
I
the
like
middle
his spot if he
Left
gets
side
the
of your
jump.
screen on the gate. Right side near the box, though, with 30 board off the track. Revs are up, and the gate is down in Anaheim for 450 heat number 2. Haley, pretty good jump there.
Yeah, nobody really got an insane jump. And Mitchell, I'm not calling anybody because he just got like
Tyler
20th
Schmidt.
place start. Tyler Schmidt. Yeah.
Schmitty Werben Jagerman Jensen claims he is the whole shot master, and he proves it week after week with great starts. Let's see if he can hold on for a transfer spot here, but it's Devin Ryan and Jack Haley, teammates on that
Ooh,
Jack
looking
Daniels Racing team
so
side by
clean.
side. But it's Haley's going to make the pass, try to go for the lead.
Haley wants to get out front and get there. I'm not sure if he's back yet, boys, but if he is, watch out. He's been getting that weekly play time, and look at him making that pass, but getting some wheel spin coming out, looking like AC, but might charge back through the whoops. Not able to make it stick.
Doolies, a little clip guy. Oh, Haley for the block pass. Damn, dude, no chill out here tonight.
One knobby touch.
Tyler Schmidt is absolutely livid back there right now, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, that was That was sick. I mean, that was a clean pass. Like,
Oh
my
going down.
yeet.
That was Race Carlin going down with Jeremy Smith before the finish line jump. They're going to lose several positions.
We've
So
seen some
something's
people
going
get
on.
sent
Oh,
tonight.
what's going on there? We got some,
Tied up.
what is going on here? Tyler Schmidt and Jeremy Siebold are off the track. They're kind of hugging each other.
Dragged
coming
him
through
off
the
track.
corner.
Coming through the bales. They can't even see him. Look at this.
We've got riders down everywhere. Jeremy
my
Smith is
gosh.
trying to get past Colton Mitchell. We have Jeremy Siebold back here as well. Garrett Ulver, I think that was maybe Race Carlin. No, that's actually Jeremy Cohen Hour, who's off the track coming back on there. What in the world is going on here?
The like
tonight?
5 through 15 battles that we're having because of the stacked field is just nuts. Look at this camera shot. You have literally 12 people in this rhythm, and it's only got like 7 jumps. So just out of control here. Ash Deering, heavy hitters all over the place. Colton Mitchell right there.
Yeah, Siebold trying to go through on Deering. We got someone stacked up on the triple
a
face
Katoon
there.
rider down. Someone just stacked that triple. Speaking of stacking up.
Cohen Hour getting by Deering. Deering's trying to fight back down the inside.
Deering with
Meanwhile,
that
up ahead of
drive.
them, Siebold trying to go around the outside here of Colton Mitchell. He's going to make it happen.
One thing I really, really like about that first set of whoops, we got these whoops triple, then whoops roller wall double thing. The first set of whoops, those guys can just get on it. If they get the drive and they feel comfortable, they can just bang gears, and because they have enough time to slow down, scrub that triple. The second set, they're not able to charge as much. So that first set, I really, really as
Whoa, how was that going
we
down?
see Prokop going down.
So Siebold and Mitchell going by.
Yeah, I like how they're just able to make bang gears and make passes. I think that's going to be a good passing spot, especially for the 450s who can just get on it all the way through that first whoop section here tonight.
So let's take a deep breath and reset right now. It is Jack Haley still leading over Dominic Tiberino and Roy Mitchell now moving up into the number 3 spot. Devin Ryan in 4th, which makes it a JDR 134 right now. Good start for these guys here tonight. Brady Ginter on the red line, number 781, comes through here in 5th. It's 6th for the number 4 of Jeremy Smith. 7th, Colton Mitchell. 8th, Ash Deering. And 9th is Cohen Hour. So Oliver, Siebold, Prokop all trying to come on up and get into the mix. Siebold obviously kind of the one we're keeping an eye on here as whether or not he can make it into the main event tonight or not. Out of the heat race, Oliver with a big swap goes down, and Siebold hits him straight up in the air, and he goes down.
Oh my gosh,
man.
that guy is so blind right now. Siebold, wow.
So Siebold gonna block past Ohashi. We have Schmidt and Prokop right here as well. Matthias Janis is able to get through and all that on the 45, but it's still Cohen Hour in a transfer spot. Siebold's in a bit of trouble here. Time ticking down. He looks like he's over 10 seconds behind Cohen Hour, so it needs more than a fall-off crash from this group now.
Yeah, man, this is just crazy. The amount of people going down. It looks like the track is proven to be pretty difficult with those split sections. Some of these also high-speed sections. Launching the flat, those whoops look killer. The second set especially, but Jack Daniels Racing out front, and Devin Ryan here in the transfer
Steering
spot.
short. Cohen Hour trying to go down the inside. Yeah, this is all transfer right now. It's Deering now on the bubble. Brady Ginter getting up from a crash. Cohen Hour getting swapped off the track, but saves it.
Yeah, we got this four-way battle. Deering gonna get the pass. Who's the guy? I don't know the numbers. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Brady Ginter going over the
Pushing
finish
him
line jump
high.
here in front of Deering. Cohen Hour back here as well. So Matthias Janis trying to go forward. Did he just move into a transfer spot? He did. He is now 9th.
There.
And there is Siebold trying to come forward. Who just went off the track right there? Someone's
He
going.
yeeted
I think
himself.
maybe someone missed a timing gate or maybe missed a finish line jump.
Yeah, maybe something happened there. Definitely looked a little bit sketchy, but man, Siebold gonna make that triple single up pass into the transfer spot, and hopefully, man, this is a guy who expects to be winning the main, so to be barely on the bubble making in is just, it's hard out here in the 450 class.
Yeah, he has got to push forward and hopefully get out of danger here as well. Doesn't want to crash and lose the transfer spot again. So he's trying to go after Deering. Cohen Hour is up here. We have Mitchell, Smith battling it out, Roy Mitchell. So there's Colton Mitchell and Roy Mitchell. Not related, but they are pretty close together here on the racetrack, 3 and 5 respectively.
Yeah. Back up front, we got Jack Haley here looking.
Well, he just lost the
Oh,
lead.
just
Tiberino
kidding.
has now gone to the front on the 77.
Well, I stand corrected. Tiberino with a strong ride. Oh, delivery.
And it's not even DiGiorno.
It's better. It's Joseph Brow. Thank you. Dominic Tiberino with a strong ride. Not really expected here. That I thought he would be out here winning, beating Jack Haley, but I feel like every week we kind of see someone put themselves up in a good spot and look like try to prove themselves as a heavy hitter. Jack Haley, though, still a strong ride over what he's had. Jeremy Smith back there in third. Colton Mitchell, Roy Mitchell now, Cohen Hour, and just pretty solid rides here. These guys having to race the track. Looks like a pretty difficult track here again this week as you see someone else messing up that rhythm lane right in front of Dominic Tiberino.
White flag waving for Tiberino up front. Haley still right behind him in second. Jeremy Smith sitting third. Mitchell fourth. With Colton Mitchell is fourth. Roy Mitchell is fifth. Jeremy Cohen Hour is sixth. Seventh for Siebold now, so he's made good progress. Deering now eighth. And Janis in ninth. Prokop trying to go after him. This is going to be interesting here. Prokop not shy about yeeting it every once in a while.
Yeeting it, or yeeting a person. Ooh, unintentional brake tap there. Slowed up Prokop a little bit.
Let's see what happens here. This is going to get good, folks. Prokop maybe looking inside. A little bit of lag issues going on. We know up front that Tiberino is about to take the victory, so congratulations Dominic Tiberino on the heat race win. But Prokop up here is where we're going to keep an eye on because we want to see this transfer battle all the way down to the checkered flag if we can.
All sorts of laggy here, but chasing so close. And let's see if we get a strong drive through the whoops. Doesn't look like he's going to make something happen unless the door gets left open
Scrubs
here.
The triple, peeking inside. There it is, and he punts him puts him down, uses the lag to his advantage.
That was some Leclerc stuff. He's been watching, studying.
Prokop is going to go through into the main event here tonight. Matthias Janis, unfortunately, is going to have to go to that last chance qualifier now. And, nothing you can do in that situation. Like, the only thing you can do...
He didn't dive as hard inside as I think he could have.
Yeah. The only thing you really can do when someone is that laggy is just check up and let them go and hope they make the mistake. And unfortunately, Janis didn't quite get the memo that Prokop was coming. And Prokop was definitely coming down the inside there. So, a couple guys missing out. Oliver, Race, Carlin, Devin, Ryan. So I think Ryan actually was the guy we saw going sideways across the track. He must have missed a finish line jump.
Like it.
And Chase Donovan not going through as well.
Love that gear, by the way. Chase.
Tyler Schmidt, Gunnar Fugler, Craig Leake, and myself also not going to the main event here tonight.
Yeah, man, just heavy hitters. These LCQs have been some of the most exciting races of the night, though. So, man, heats are done, but the best racing is still to come, and we've already had some great racing. Dominic Tiberino up close and personal as we see him scrubbing that triple right there. Look at him go. Let's see. This is like the slot cam
Yeah, right.
on MX vs ATV. Never played with that, but some people do. Looking good.
Little interesting up close action. Almost looks like the GoPro angle where it hangs off the helmet and swivels around you a little bit too.
Yeah, exactly. Right here, we're getting some swivel action in the corner. You see that? Man, you can kind of see how technical that quad onto that Dragon's back is and the triple off. But Tiberino looking good. We're looking good. We look great.
I think we look really
Just
good.
a bunch of hot dudes like Scooty Puff Jr. We got hot dudes, big hogs.
Oh, man.
We got all the hot dudes. That's all I hang out with is hot dudes.
That's a great sound drop right there.
Hot dudes, big hogs.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Someone clipped that from his video because we got to get Scooty saying it. He just had the energy. Like, hey, if anybody out there, just for me, because I haven't seen it, I heard that triple quad was possible in the first rhythm.
Yeah, I think it would be. Maybe these guys are just playing it safe.
Well, I heard only 2 people did it, so that was the, I forgot the names.
I bet one of them was?
I think it was Siebold and Rush.
Oh, you think it was Rush? I think it was Leclerc. And we haven't seen much of Leclerc at all tonight. We're going to have to see him in this last chance qualifier here in a bit.
Let's see if we can pull this up quick without losing too much of the stream. From our analysts, we have JS19, Siebold, and Rush Chapman, the only one to hit the quad out after the start. Wow, thank you, Kyle Miller, official track analyst for us. Unofficially official. If someone is in the LCQ, just have them hit that. Like, tell your friends, I want to see it just once, even if they die, like, whatever, it's cool.
Hit the quad.
Hit the quad. Hit the quad. You know, yeah. Quad up, okay?
What is the biggest choke job in MX Simulator history?
Iron Man, last corner. It's gotta be, right?
Wait, why would that be a choke job, though?
Just, you literally lost the title Remember,
he was going
Leclerc?
for it.
No, Leclerc killed it. The choke. I feel like you just got to hit that Mach 10. Yeah.
So you think Adam Holm choked there?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
Does that count?
I wouldn't take that as a choke job, though.
Maybe every LCQ I've ever led
that
until the
close.
last lap.
He got that close to winning a championship. I wouldn't call that a choke.
But then he needed the Heimlich. I don't know. What would you say, Colin? Let me know what you think.
I don't know if you could classify it as a choke, but Hunter Root was on the way to his second consecutive Supercross title and had a Windows PC update that cost him the championship lead, and then he couldn't beat Fresquez down the stretch. Like, it was weird. Like, Fresquez had won one round up
and
until
he
the
was
first
just killing
10,
it.
and I think Root had won 5 races up until the first 10 rounds, had a PC update at round 11 at Toronto, and then Root won 1 race down the stretch, and Fresquez won 3 and won the championship. So again, like, I don't think that's a choke because it was like circumstantial that he lost the points lead and probably lost confidence, but it was a little strange that like he was in this basically the driver's seat of the championship, and then that happened. So
maybe
Isaiah Dickerson, Vegas 2018, very, very good point. By the way, MotoX 11 222 dropping $2 New Zealand dollars. Thank you.
That's so funny.
Curtis Asaf's $2. He says, "Have I ever pretended to be Cole Seeley?" No, I haven't pretended to be Cole Seeley. I could try, but now that he's retired, it's a little like not as cool. It would have been cool if I had like decked out in Honda gear, but at a race, like if I had walked through the pits decked out in Honda gear, acting like Cole Seeley, that would have been funny for sure. But I think the ship has sailed there now that he's retired. 2018
Dickerson, Las Vegas. I don't know. All I remember is
that one was pretty. That was
Savachi,
pretty choke job.
If you talk about Vegas,
no. Dickerson was in the final corner trying to pick up his first career win. Like, had led the last 5 laps of the race, was cruising basically, and came into the final corner. All he needed to do is like he just like stopped in the last corner and didn't do anything crazy. He still would have won, no problem. Yeah. But he just pushed the front end right over the top of the berm and lost the win, the first win of his career.
Yeah, that's definitely a struggle. I feel like I've been there. Like I said, lots of LCQs for me. Not very choke jobby, but how about like Jesse Mullen's whole career? Kind of choke.
Well,
that's
again,
just a
because
throwaway.
That's the thing where it's like he threw it down the drain himself. So
we could talk about who messed up the biggest. That could probably be one of them.
Juan Pablo telling Sweeney's gonna kill him on his house. That's probably the biggest
what
mess
did he
up.
say? What's the quote?
I will kill you on your house. That's what Juan Pablo said.
Yeah,
Leclerc
right. Said
250 LCQ action coming up here, and we're off and running in Anaheim.
Red plate, look at that. Bad jump. Gonna come in. We'll see if he can cut down the inside. Warden having a bad pile up, and
I think Martin went down in the first corner.
He actually, I think, went through the first turn.
Oh, he did. Okay, yeah.
Cut a couple bales, but hey, that's fine if there's a pile up. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
My dude, like sometimes they're so strict on it. All right, Michael Mudge, great start though. Let's see if he can hold it. This 250 class is kind of wide open, but you got Ryan Mahan, another strong start there. Is that Patron right behind him?
Oh my man! Whoa! Mahan just landing on
Mudge.
Just
got so canarded.
I think Mahan just went 2-3 there. I haven't seen anybody do that all night long, and now it just cost him maybe a transfer spot here.
Yeah,
that
dude
going over top of him.
Oh, that dude almost just clipped Mahan's head. That's big hog energy right there. These guys are killing it. Man, dude, so many heavy hitters
somebody
here.
going into the stands there at the bottom of the screen.
Trent Allen, though, looking like Mookie last week, passing 4 dudes in one whoop section. Just unreal speed there as we have someone down. Trent Allen's able to save it. Can he stay on 2?
Does not stay on 2.
No.
Well, Zach Ginter didn't at least.
Trent did, but man, look at all these spots. Lonnie Wilson down, it looks like all sorts of stuff.
So it's Pachone, Gable, Mudge, Warden right now. Green, Mahan, Cross, Wilson, Heather, McIntosh, Braun, White, Ginter, Peakman, and Martin. This is the view from Clinton Martin, your dual championship leader, P15 in the LCQ. I guess the only positive thing is if you look at that mini-map in the upper right-hand corner, he's only a couple corners behind 4th still, even if he's in 15th place.
Oh, but you got stuff like this going down, able to hold on. Thank you, JLV, for that update. Best thing you've ever done in the game, actually. Wow, double, triple there, stretching it, going to double out. Just Look how hectic this is here. That little on, off, over. Looking a little bit tricky. Quad out to the inside. Smart move there. Avoids that. Picks up almost 2 positions there. And holy crap.
Man, that was a bad move. I don't know why he tripled that there. He's still trying to go for the triple.
Oh my jeez, that's a large one. Oh, we almost got canarded as well. Clint Martin, though, getting all sorts of sketchy here. Probably panicking, realizing he's going to lose at least probably 20 points to his championship contender tonight. Still picking up spots, though, even though he's hecka sketchy. Wow, look at that. Jumping into the
going
face.
dead on, Martin.
This is nuts.
And he kind of saved it, but he's still going to be down at 11th. Again, look
Gained
at 4th.
2 spots, lost 2 spots.
4th only going through the rhythm lane, just exiting the rhythm lane that they're about to come up on here. So Clint Martin is not out of a potential for a transfer position here. Honestly, I'm just sitting back watching this chaos.
Oh my jeez, in the barrel.
He rides it out. He does a barrel roll.
Oh, almost hits the pixie stick as he goes back.
What is happening?
Dude, we might, like, our reactions right now are just out of control. Hands in the air, my hands are on my head the whole time. Clint Martin is absolutely going crazy, but these guys, when you're outside of a transfer, literally nobody has a brain. So Clint Martin himself doesn't look like he has one, but he's so freaking fast. So I think, is everybody here chasing Charles Gable?
Gable,
is that the
Mudge,
transfer
Warden,
spot?
Heather in a transfer spot
Okay,
right now.
Heather,
So
so-
Pachone, Wilson, Gonzalez, Cross. Look, Martin, he is not out of this. Let's go back on board. He's going into 9th right now, trying to make that pass. Going down the outside. Not a great... well, it's going to work.
Dude, I never knew that you could see the foot in the first person. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Is that always there?
Yeah, sometimes.
Doing all sorts of out there. You got some wide field of view. Clint Martin, though, looking strong. Dude, he's like not even... He's like 6 seconds from 4th place right here.
Yeah, this is definitely going to... The 4th is at the end of this rhythm
Oh my
lane.
jeez,
Clint Martin,
what are you doing?
Whiskey, holy...
on the track
just
again,
go,
dude.
just go!
Let's go. What are you waiting
Honestly,
for?
dude, you just gotta shred it. Oh man, there's my boy Cole Zeller. Shout out you, Dylan Epstein. Do you know him? He's in the chat
I know,
too.
dude. Dylan Epstein out
Dylan
here.
Epstein, that's
crushing.
my
We got
boy.
Jeff Walker.
I don't know if he knows
Sometimes
me, but
Dylan
I
Long
know
is around
him.
here.
I love him. Dylan Long too. Dylan Long's crazy.
I pseudo know Dylan Epstein because he's good friends with Todd Gutierrez, and Todd Gutierrez is my boy, dude. I love Teej. She's always hanging out with me, hanging out at the house, whatever. So
yeah, man. Teej is a cool guy. Hi, Dylan. I love you. Ryan Mohan.
Oh, man, going
jeez.
down.
and
Going OTB.
Cross Gonzalez. So let's reset it again. Gable crossed the line, still not white flag. It's Mudge, Warden, and Pachone in transfer spots right now. Gonzalez, Cross, Wilson, and here's Clint Martin down the inside of Robert Wilson's going to make that pass.
Lonnie Wilson not going to be happy about making the main. Oh, man. Sad for my boy, but Clint Martin, too, going to be sad for him. He's still got to make up some spots here. Pachone holds on to that last spot. He's got Kevin Gonzalez there, Zoe Cross, and then Clint Martin. So maybe 2 laps to go. It looks like it's going to be Clint Martin. Yes, it will be. Man, just pushing, looking crazy though. Zoe Cross getting sketchy,
man.
and
There's
almost,
Pachone right in front there, though.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to battle the guys though, getting sketchy in front of yourselves just as much as the track. So, Zoe, that was sick. See, they can scrub it.
Yeah,
when
both
they're
these guys
good.
scrubbing it down hard. Martin laying it down on the triple. Look at Pachone right at the front of this group. This is your battle for a transfer spot, folks. Gonzalez looking inside, almost loops out, and
Zoe
down
Cross,
goes Zoe
wad.
Cross. Here comes Gonzalez. He's going to square up Pachone. And he gets into the back of him and goes down.
No.
Martin gets into him and he's going down too. They both get together.
What are you doing?
Martin trying to get back on the track.
Jake Warden just died.
Jake Warden went down before the finish line jump. He is trying to get going. Pachone avoids him. So Warden now on the bubble as he crosses the line, but his teammate Wilson is going over top of him, and now Wilson is on the bubble.
So Wilson's in the transfer. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Jake Warden threw it away. Man, and Kevin's in 4th in the points, and he's out, right?
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
wow,
gosh,
this
so much
is a
has
huge
happened in
switch
half
up.
a lap. This is out of control. Rogan, McIntosh, sad 20th place there. Sad.
So Gable is all alone out front. Mudge right behind him in 2nd. Pachone sitting 3rd.
Oh, am I not?
And Wilson is now sitting 4th. He is trying to hold on. Warden is trying to go after him. Clint Martin is still... Oh, Martin has gone
no.
down. I think we're about to see the disconnect here. Let's see.
This is the downfall of Clint Martin.
Oh, he's getting up. Well, it sounds like from the chat he is missing racing next week anyways, so this might be a blessing for him. But up front, Gable crosses the line. Little backflip action over the finish line, too. Mudge going through. Pachone, Wilson. Oh my gosh, he was sideways in the whoops back there somehow.
Oh my gosh, Monty,
Yeah.
hold it together. Is he in the position?
Yeah, he is in transfer spot.
Oh,
Pachone
no!
and
What are you
Wilson
guys
get bumped
doing?
down before the finish
No!
line jump. Here it comes. There goes Jake Warden.
Oh, and
Gonzalez
Pachone's gonna get up.
down
Pachone's
towards
gonna get
down
up.
the
He's
line.
stuck on Monty.
Oh, man.
my
Who made it?
God.
It was Pachone by
Holy
7/10
crap.
or 7/100ths of a second
Oh.
over Wilson. Gonzalez misses out by 7/10. Spread Heather less than a second behind. What just happened right there? Are you kidding me? That was gonna come down to cuts right there, folks.
I'm speechless.
Zoe Cross, he came across the line in 8th, 9th for Brady White, 10th for Alex Helms. Here's the cut.
Oh,
Let's
and Monty
see.
gets the spot on
And
Pachone on
Wilson
cut.
goes in on on cuts, I should say.
Oh my
Pachone
God.
missing out right there.
Oh.
Pachone finished in 4th, but he is going to get booted. Robert Wilson is going to the main
Jeez.
event here tonight, folks, and he'll be going with Jake Warden, Michael Mudge, and Charles Gable. What the heck just happened?
That was freaking nuts. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was freaking gnarly. And Warden, dude, Warden wadded out of a transfer spot with like a lap and a half to go. Made himself back up to 3rd. Wow.
Pachone just threw that away so hard. He was
Pachone
in
and Monty, those
he
might
could've
be the biggest choke job.
yeah, biggest choke jobs.
We're going to have to update, ignore everything we said. Biggest
Wow.
choke job in MX Sim recent history was definitely that. LCQ Wild Style. That reminds me of
Jesus.
That's like Raper and Deuce Deuce. Or was that at the other Antic Nap? That was like 2017
yeah,
East Rutherford.
When
Raper's leg stuck in,
7 deuces
or
rear
Deuce
wheel.
Drace maybe.
Yeah.
Rear
Oh,
wheel.
Oh my god.
That was like that, 'cause
what the heck just happened?
Pachone was stuck. He got like stuck inside Monty's bike. Did a little flippy dilly where you go on the front wheel. Got the spot, dude. Wow, you're so lucky, Monty. That was sick.
Can't
Holy
believe
crap. Oh, Pachone's in chat. He's already bummed. We
That.
got Shaq in
no.
here. We got so many of the boys in here.
Pachone, we'll show Pachone swearing here.
Yeah.
Anthony
Am I?
Pachone
If I
dropping
click,
by
does
and
it click off
yeah,
of
it
that?
clicks
Okay, I
off of
almost
that,
did it.
yeah. You're good.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Whoa, that was nuts, dude. We might.
What's up, Dylan? How you doing,
Yeah,
buddy?
hi Dylan. Dylan doesn't even know who A Wood is anymore. We got Mark. Mark Zeidler said, I think I say Monty's name too much, but I feel like he was in a good. Okay, that's a rude.
He
was
do,
in a good.
You do
I
talk
just
about
know
D-Mills
them.
and Monty just
Well,
a
they're my
little
friends.
bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Well, remember when we were picking whole shots last year?
Yeah,
You can't just pick your friends.
but you do.
I do. Well, I try not to. I tried to pick. Look, I picked Colton Mitchell, and I made him get a 20th place start. So maybe I should pick my friends so they suck, and then I don't have to talk about it.
Yeah.
But Mark Zeidler, I
Wow.
know a guy named Mark Zeidler. Guess 250 main hole shot, get $10.
Yeah.
Do
Alex
we
Effort's
get two
dropping-
shots?
2 shots. What
Like
does that
me
mean?
and you?
What are you talking about with shots? He just said $10, not 2
250
shots.
main hole shot. Like, do we get? I get a guess and you get a guess, or do we have to agree?
Oh, I thought you meant shots as in the drink, not
I mean,
like
we
2
can do
shots
that.
to pick the. Okay. 250 main hole shot. I'm gonna go.
Kyle Miller, Devin is one of my best friends as well.
I'm gonna go Luke Sullivan. 250 main hole shot.
Oof, that's a strong. Dang.
I'm calling it now before we
That's
even
a
get to the gate.
strong pick. Who do we got? I'm gonna pick someone who didn't even make it.
By the
Oof.
way, thank you, BW Haskell, sending me $3.71, aka Shaq, best LCQ ever. He's stoked, folks.
That was
He
pretty
could
good.
he could literally walk here right now and say that into a microphone, but he's gonna say it in chat instead.
Yeah, thank you for being here, watching. Sween Doggy, take a shot. Yeah, dude, it's not like you even have like a real job anymore. All you do is. Just,
I have to
like,
run a
talk about
column
their
tonight,
bikes.
dude. I got work to do.
It's gonna be way better if you're drunk.
I don't think I don't think I'm gonna write a drunk
How
column.
do you think
on
Weeds does
Racetrack.
it?
I don't think Weeds writes drunk
I'm
columns.
just kidding. I write drunk columns.
Okay, okay.
Let's see. I got. Oof. I got. Dude, they didn't even
Pick
make
one.
it. Hold on, time out.
I do say that
Phil-
Tyler Schmidt
oof.
gets the LCQ hole shot here, which is why I'm going to pick him from the far
Oh,
outside.
that's
here.
what I thought. We were in the main right now. I was panicking. That's a strong pick from outside. Tyler Schmidt is a whole shot
This
god.
is going to be
He whole
good.
shotted
450
that
LCQ time, folks. Get revved up because the gate is down in Anaheim. Who's going through? 4 going to go in.
Ooh, 35.
Actually, again, shot Copeland.
Bad boy.
Dylan Copeland.
Is that D-Cope? That's
Full
my
shot
boy.
from the outside. Look at Leclerc down the inside.
Oh, Leclerc's going to... Ooh, D-Cope's going to get that triple single right here.
Oh,
my gosh. He
Leclerc
just-
going down. Fjellberg going through.
Wow.
Oh, and then someone getting...
Ooh.
Jeremy Shipley getting stacked up in the corner there. Copeland got stacked up as
Yeah,
well.
Copeland got screwed there, and Shipley definitely got hit. It looked like someone else going down there. That looks like Jeremy Smith, actually. It looked like a single digit down. Garrett over, though. Ooh, saucy. Into the P2.
2? Yeah, because Schmidt
And-
has taken over the lead.
Yeah, Schmidt did get a good
Oh,
start.
and Lang going down in the background.
Whoa.
Almost saved it.
Spinning like a
Oh,
top.
big crash. There goes Race
Oh my
Carlin down.
jeez, these guys are all sorts of out of control.
Wow.
Somebody else down there, you guys just get it together.
Garrett Oliver up front, I was about to say. TPT Viper wants to know if Phoenix will be a good Triple Crown. He donated $2.99 for that question. I think it'll be a great Triple Crown because I think the track is epic every year at Phoenix, so I'm really excited for it. Coming up next week, actually. Triple Crown next week.
Yeah, super
Same time,
pumped.
same place.
Oh my.
Brady
Whoa,
Ginter just
Brady
did a
Ginter.
360 and saved it, but now he has to get going. He's losing several spots here.
Yeah, Brady looking like a ballet dancer, doing a little pirouette off the track and saving it. Let's see, does he kind of try to push the issue, get back up front? Only 4 spots, and ooh, scrubs that.
Oh, that's kind of
what
a
are you
sick little
doing? That
scrub
was
right
dope.
there, dude.
Yeah.
So Janis up here trying to go after Leclerc.
Yeah.
It is Oliver, Schmidt, Fugler, Shipley right now in transfer positions.
Yeah, apparently Fjellberg didn't retire this last week, but hey, he might after this week if he doesn't
Oh,
make the main again.
Shipley going down.
hard
Leclerc
again.
trying to avoid him, not going to get the triple. Who's getting over him here? It's Matthias Janis. Is he going to try to go down the inside? No, he will not. You know, Janis is obviously steaming after getting punted out of the way for the final transfer spot,
someone
too.
else went down too. Man, Janis is just going to be on the charge here, and it's Leclerc. It doesn't look like, I don't think they're going to be too nice to him. Dude, these guys, so I talked about that first whoop section. These guys can just kind of pin it and gain a lot of
Leclerc
speed.
going
Leclerc
down.
just, yeah, he's later.
Wow. So Janis going through in the final transfer spot now.
Yeah, those 450 guys getting really sketchy in that first whoop section. I think they're able to carry
Lang-
so much
or,
speed as
Schmidt.
Schmidt is down there. So much speed that they get themselves out of whack by trying to push too much and gain too much time. We see
Devin Ryan, Race Carlin. We got Dennis Fjellberg in here. And Leclerc obviously in the back there on the 7, so a lot of big names trying to make it through out of this one.
Oh my gosh,
Who
Devin,
just sent
what?
Devin Ryan off the track? He saves it though. He's getting back on right behind Schmitty, and then goes off the track on the other side.
Throttle
And meanwhile,
stuck
Race
or
Carlin gets
something.
together with Tyler Schmidt.
Ooh.
So Carlin having no luck in the
Aw.
whoops right now, and he's stuck in Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmidt with a double fall off. I wonder if the server, see that guy just got whiskey and slid himself out there too.
I think,
Oh my
Carlin
God.
going down on the triple. Well, I was about to say, there was a lot of people that were unhappy with the whoops last week. I've noticed that was kind of one of the talking points after the race.
Uh-huh.
And I think these whoops are pretty similar this week, and we're seeing a lot of riders going down. Not sure whether or not that's going to factor into the track crew's decision moving forward with whoops, but definitely something to keep an eye on. If the whoops are the same next week,
Yeah.
are we going to see more guys going down, especially because it's a long set in Glendale? Going to be kind of interesting to follow.
Yeah, I don't think I heard too many complaints from round 1 about the whoops, but maybe, I didn't hear too many complaints about the track in general. There's always the people that kind of are vocal about it, but last week, and maybe it is the same here, I saw on the overhead track map at St. Louis that the second set, or the set of whoops, they were more spread out the last couple whoops, which definitely gets you those swaps because you're not hitting the same consistent front and rear tire. And it's like the track crew's almost trying to make it easy by making them into like spread out rollers, but it's not good. Just have them consistent all the way through and drop them off. Maybe make the last one itself smaller. But I don't know, a lot of complaints, and the whoops are the only thing I see that'd be a big issue. We've had complaints about the turns, but I think the whoops are really the only one that stands out for me.
So Gunnar Fugler here sitting in second, looking to go through. Matthias Janis has established himself in third. And here is Dennis Fjellberg now in fourth, just ahead of Alexis Leclerc. Interesting question in chat I saw posed as well, who the current oldest rider making main events in MX Simulator is. That's actually a good question. I want to go through the 450 field when we get to the main event to see. if I can actually
Oldest in
guess who it
age,
might
you
be.
think, or
Yeah, age.
oof? I don't know.
That's
If
tricky.
Havoc was in here, he's like 80.
Well, there's a lot of guys that are like right in that 24 to 27 range, I think.
Yeah, like about our age, I feel like. Huh.
Yelberg getting
oh my
What
Whoa!
happened right there?
I think something's wrong with the server because I've seen so many more people getting stuck inside people and remember pirouetting and just flying away. You used to be able to fly away like a helicopter and just go off into the distance, but being a laggy person like both of these guys doesn't help. But man,
So
Cole Seeley up there.
Okay, Ulver, Fugler, and then whoa, Janis getting swallowed up here. We got
and Devin Ryan
Brady
down the
Ginter,
inside.
Devin Ryan, and Tyler Lang right there. Somebody is about to be very unhappy.
Oh yeah, Devin Ryan though. He's
Devin
not.
Ryan
He's
shoots down
aggressive.
the
He's gonna
inside,
make
just
that
gonna
move.
go for the block. Oh, Ginter runs into him.
That was so
he just
sick.
backflipped and he
Holy
landed
shit.
it. Devin Ryan
Sorry.
went down.
Oh man. What? That was dope. He just did an underflip off Devin Ryan's rear wheel.
What the heck is going
And clean. That was so clean.
Tyler Lang is trying to get by him and spoil the party here, but if Ginter can hang on here, this will be the most epic
That was insane.
transfer I've ever seen to the LCQ.
Oh my gosh, that was sick.
By the way, Ulver taking the win up front. We got to ride it down up to whoops. It's Fugler. And Janis going through the whoops. Ginter trying to hang on. Leclerc is giving it one last gasp, and he's going down. So that's going to give Ginter a transfer spot for sure at this point. Over the finish line he comes. Somehow, some way, Brady Ginter has underflipped his way into the main event off of Devin Ryan's rear wheel.
Dude.
What is going on right now, folks?
That was so sick.
Is it a full moon somewhere? Is the moon out?
Just look at the light. Wow, look at that.
I don't.
Just look at the light. Wow, look at that moon. So bright. So full.
Something's going on here, dude.
Dude, they got the big A back there.
Oh, man. Race Carlin, not going to the main. Pilsner, Lang, Ohlert, Ohashi, Frazaka, Copeland, Ryan,
Two
Leclerc,
single-digit guys.
Donovan, Schmidt, Fjellberg, Eklund, Holiak, Shipley, not going to the main.
That was
Landry.
so sick.
Dude, what the heck is going on? What is going on? What, like, both of these LCQs have been absolutely insane here.
That was so sick. Garrett Ulver's just like, hey, you didn't see enough backflips. I'll show you some more.
Right?
There it is. I love 450s are the best for that reason. You can backflip literally anything. Let's see if anything changed. I don't think so. Brady Ginter, that was probably... That's got to be one of the sickest, if not the sickest, main transfers.
I'm still kind of in shock by that one. That was pretty intense right there. Somehow able to pull it off. Give the man credit on stream.
Devin
Ryan,
Ryan, yeah.
just hanging out in the grandstands. At
Dude, where's your legs? Are you okay? Devin Ryan, so I want to point something out. So Devin Ryan was in a really good spot there, I think. He kind of made the pass, but not really, and tried to go inside. You can't do that in sim. Like, you can't go and take the line away like the rocks and the AC passes on the Osborne this week in St. Louis. You can't really do that in sim because, as you see, he wasn't able to get there in time as whoever the first rider was tripled in. And then if they're riding first person, you're not going to see him in time to slow down. Like, it's not like you can see him or hear him coming up the inside and slow down. You can't just block someone with your bike because they're going to still just absolutely send it into you. And if you're lucky and sick, like Ginter, because you have to put some control into that, so that was awesome. But you're just going to jump off the person like Devin maybe should have rolled inside and hit a double triple or something. But that was nuts. But you can't do that. You can't try to block people with your bike on the exit because you can't see in this game. It's one of the things that kind of sucks. But heartbreak for Devin Ryan. That was unreal by Ginter. Like, that was sick. That was so sick.
Yeah. Wow.
Nuts.
I'm trying to get my composure.
Yeah, I almost broke
these LCQs because
like,
this is insane, man.
I don't even know what happened in the 250 LCQ now because Ginter just wiped my memory. I don't even know who's racing.
I mean, I don't know. I can't believe that Pachon crashed on the Dragon's back before the finish line jump as he was in third.
And Monty hit him, but it seriously was like, I need to click third here. And like, I'm so scared. I'm just going to try to take it easy because Monty's looked like, I didn't see Pachon go down, but he was just cartwheeling. But Monty's looked like he clipped, and when you're too high in the revs just in second, you didn't shift up and just drop that front. Like, he looked like it was, I'm being safe. And then those two, dude, almost lost it. Sadly, Pichon did lose it, but
I feel like I'm really digging the fact that Fell just put a Dragon's back before the finish line jump this week. I hope we're going to see some interesting stuff. We're going to see some interesting stuff this week.
You're going to see a false neutral definitely in real life. And just if you get to
see a
A2,
privateer hanging off the rear fender going up and trying to make a main event.
yeah, I wish I could point off for the guys right about. You're going to want to sit somewhere in the middle of where they let you sit for practice and just watch the triple 250C practice for the frame cases coming out of a rhythm. You're going to see some after the whoops too, and then that Dragon's back is going to be, if they build it like that, it's going to be sketchy. Thank you, Brady. I love you. But dude, that was sick. It was good. This is good. I'm excited. Real life. This race. Okay, who are we calling? You called Luke Sullivan for the whole shot.
I did call Luke Sullivan
text
for
your
the whole
wife
shot.
for another drink.
You're over here asking my wife. Oh, that's funny.
Do you want one?
Sure, why not? Might as well. All right,
Should I ask
folks.
for 3? We got 2 hands.
If you want, that's your call. We got Ivan Medina, Daniel Mills, Ben Seberg, Craig Richards, Jacob Hubbard, Bobby DeSelle, Hunter Ports, Daniel Irvine, Luke Sullivan, Braden Carter, Clay Alfred, Jake Warden, Riley Hugan, Trevor Schaefer, Chase Blakely, Robert Wilson, Michael Mudge, Dale Mullins, Trevor Spencer, Devin Davis, and Kyle Carpenter making up the field here in tonight's main event. You have a pick for the whole shot?
No.
Oh, man, not going to get that $10 for us, Wood.
Clay Alfrey.
Clay Alfrey.
OG start spot. Look, Luke Sullivan though.
He's in a good spot. Daniel Mills is alongside of him. It is time for the third round of the year in the 250 West Division. The board is sideways. The flames are going. The revs are up, and the gate is down in Anaheim.
Dude, every time my person jumps the gate.
Down the inside, it's a good
Luke
start.
Sullivan, there it is.
Sullivan!
Give me that $10, baby!
Whole shot, baby! I called that freaking 30 minutes ago. Luke Sullivan grabbing the whole shot. Oh, down
there
immediately. Braden Carter takes the lead, and this may be all she wrote, folks. Braden Carter has been electrifying to start the year.
Oh my gosh.
This is insane. What a weird night, folks.
I'm never going to pick anybody because I feel like every time we just sentence them to death. My guy hit the gate before it dropped and yours wadded 10 feet after the whole shot.
All right.
This might be everything, all she wrote, like you said.
Braden Carter is leading the race. Jacob Hubbard is in second. Michael Mudge in third. Chase Blakely
no
in
slouch,
fourth.
though.
Yeah, you talked about Blakely earlier on in his heat race and how strong he was looking. And now he's in a good spot here in the main event. Can he challenge Braden Carter at the front?
Oh, and there's
almost over the bars.
Wilson coming out. And he doesn't. He had the extra gear to pull it back up and save it, but that is a tricky Dragon's back.
Jacob Hubbard
with
going
the
down.
fakie.
Yeah, that was interesting crash right there, but it's going to move Blakely up into third right behind Michael Mudge.
Let's see, where's our last week's winner? I know he's my friend, but we're looking for last week's winner in the main event. Daniel Mills, I don't see him anywhere. I see Chase B, though, looking strong. Chase B with that number 21, looking like J.A. We got the... There we go. Thank you, Alex. Efforts. Seberg was looking strong in his heat, too. I feel like this could be great if Braden Carter doesn't take off right here in these early laps. Oh, no.
Blakely down. He's going to bring Seberg with him.
Oh, no. The fake teammates again.
The fake teammates. Seberg was fast in qualifying, remember. He was second fastest, and he was good in his heat race as well. But this is not going to help his case. He's trying to go back after Bobby DeSelle, but he's going to go down.
What? How does that even happen?
Brit on the ground. Jacob Hubbard gets into him. Everybody kind of funneling around him. And remember, Clint Martin, the joint points leader tonight, is not in the main event.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Someone just got so whiskey back there in the whoops. I hope you guys saw that. We got Michael Mudge charging after Chase B. Chase B getting a better drive down there. Going to try to make this pass on Riley Hugan.
Hugan right in front of him, so it's Chase
B, Michael Mudge, and his Riley's teammate Dale Mullins.
Yeah.
Oof. Getting all sorts of sketchy back there, number 47.
So we got Hunter Ports right behind that, then Clay Alfrey, who you had picked for the whole shot, but he's in a pretty good spot here, I think early in the top 10.
Yeah, I think.
Braden Carter, though, leading the race here, creeping up on the 3-minute mark. I mean, this has got to be goodbye time once again. We said it at Anaheim 1. He took the lead, and he was checked out by halfway into the main event. Are we seeing the same story here?
Yeah, see, wow. That's a big gap. But so he's got a big gap. I think that's back to Chase DeSalle or Bobby DeSalle, and then Chase B, or I don't know who that is actually. Bobby DeSalle's back in 5th. But Braden Carter, man, we've seen a lot of these guys racing the track. A lot of mistakes here in this rhythm section as the ruts kind of get formed. Look how close he's tripling onto that triple step on. And I think it's not going to be all she wrote here. A lot of these jumps are a stretch. Look at that triple, kind of a stretch for the 250 here. This next rhythm, if he starts to get comfy, and after this one right here, tries to hit that triple as well, I think he could definitely lose it. So he's looking comfy, looking good right now, but as the track breaks down, look at that, jumps off the side of the track. That could have easily been the mistake that brings him back into the fight back there with Chase Blakely and a couple of these other guys.
Well, Carter is looking to set sail at the front. Ivan Medina is sitting in 2nd. Jake Warden, after having to go through the LCQs, in a good spot here. We got Devin Davis and Bobby DeSalle throwing dualies. I feel like these two guys don't necessarily get along that well, but I like that they're throwing dualies regardless.
Yeah, I don't think D. Davis gets along with anybody, but he definitely is. I think he's getting like slightly older where he cares slightly less and is on like that I'm just going to toss it program because it's fun. And he's loose. Like, there's a couple guys that you'll see that just like to get loose because they get comfy. Chase Blakely, we said, looked like that in the heat, and if you do it a lot, I feel like it's a good sign if someone's comfortable. So maybe Devin Davis didn't get as good of a start as he wanted to, and he's really comfortable on this track. But right now, Bobby DeSalle, Jake Warden coming up, and his teammate right behind him, Chase Blakely, actually dropped back.
Warden a little slide out here is Blakely trying to get by Warden. Let's see if he makes the pass. Going to get the triple down the inside, and he will get that pass made up ahead of Warden. Oh, a little crossover action. Not what you like to see out of teammates here. And we've actually seen teammates not getting along this year already. We've seen a lot of punts going on between teammates.
We did last week.
Not sure what's going on there. But what is going on is Hunter Porch is still ahead of Dale Mullins and Riley Hugan, which again, teammates. So we're seeing teammates on teammates out here.
These Cowies together, just a lot of double teaming going on out here.
Oh, Hugan.
Riley Hugan off the track.
Right in the nose, and Blakely sideways in the track.
Yeah.
Luke Sullivan coming through. Who just got absolutely clean. Blakely just got ran over by Ben Seberg right there. Not sure how Seberg stayed on 2 wheels.
Yeah. Chase Blakely, not the best track re-entry there, kind of getting a little sketchy in those whoops. I know it's hard to get up from that, and then Ben Seberg not able to avoid him, but luckily able to stay up here as he wants to charge up into the front, winning his heat, I think.
Yeah.
Looking strong tonight here, looking fresh on that setup, and let's see where the leaders at. Leaders look like they are checked.
Yeah, I think Carter's going the other way in the rhythm section in the back there, so he's already on his way. But this battle kind of mixing in about 4 through 7 right now looks to be the spot we're watching. It is, right now it's Jake Warden just ahead of Luke Sullivan. And then Riley Hugan back here on the 335, trying to go on the outside and triple past them both. Nice double, triple, single line, but Sullivan might lose out here. Hugan's trying to go on the outside. Gets the door shut on him. Seberg is back there as well.
Yeah, now we got 4 different teams here battling for this spot. Luke Sullivan.
Going down. Oh, and Seberg trying to peek on the inside of Hugan. Through the whoops they go.
Let's see what Braden Carter... after this battle, we'll check on Braden Carter's lap time. Apparently he's throwing down steamers.
Oh.
Hugan, wow, definitely got some Ben Seberg Euro lag there. It screwed him over a little bit. But we got these guys chasing. Let's see what Braden Carter's putting down. 101.8, 101.7. Let's see what the guys behind him are running really quick. 102, 102, 102, 103. Yeah, so at least a second faster than everybody else in the top 5 with his best lap time. And looking like it's consistent. 18 seconds out front. We're only 7 minutes into this darn thing. Let's see what he's going to drop coming around as he's already battling through traffic. Let's see, not hitting that tricky line. Looking so solid. 103.3 there. Probably got into something.
Damn, only could run a 103.3. Come on, Braden.
You suck. You're winning and you have the red plate, but you kind of aren't the best.
Damn. Ivan Medina is still back here in 2nd, quietly putting together a good season this far. Just as we talk about it.
I'm not talking for the rest of the day.
Yeah, we're just going to forget about talking about people. How about Devin Davis going up into 2nd, though?
This would be a pretty big finish.
This would be really huge for Davis if he can end up on the podium here tonight.
Sadly, he's about 25 seconds back, which sucks, but Braden, he did what you said he was going to do at the beginning, and I said, hey, maybe he has to ride the track. Maybe he can't hold it together. We still have a long time. Like Devin Davis riding the track, and it's getting the best of him. But
And we were talking about like oldest people in the races here tonight, and I think Brina and Devin are pretty similar age-wise. I know Devin's been around 1 year less than Ritzler has, so that's a little bit of a factor. But I think they're both around 25, 26, if I'm not mistaken. So
I feel like we got someone older. Like, I know D Mills is 24 with me. Shaq doesn't race. Shaq's old. But D Davis is about 25, 26. Brina as well, I think. Oldest racer in the game, though, longest racer for sure, Daniel Mills, UID 21. We talked about this last week. Who else would be kind of up there with him if Jones was still racing, those kind of guys? We lost a lot of the old racers, but age-wise, yeah, maybe it has to be like Devin Davis, Perino, those type of people. But I thought we'd definitely get someone that was kind of up higher, but maybe not that's making main events. So.
I think a lot of these guys are still late teens, early 20s.
Oh my, that was so
Seaberg
sick.
Wheeling the roller, man. He's flying right now. Not really translating into much as he's down in 12th. But if he can get the ball rolling, he'll definitely have the speed to get closer towards the front before this is over. How about Ivan Medina battling it out with Bobby DeSalle? I believe this is a battle for 6th right now. DeSalle not going to get the triple, but he's going to try to triple out.
Ooh,
Medina,
whoa!
DeSalle cased and endoed into the corner, and that was a big off right there. I think that's K-Carp going by on the 43. And Seaberg.
Oh, my track re-entry. That's a little
questionable.
Questionable, but
But people will say he wasn't off the track. It can't be a track re-entry.
Well, there's the that can be
now
one.
he's off the track coming back on, so he's just proving us right at this point.
Oh, man. Man, these guys, it's crazy because it's like real life. You look back, you see a battle for like 8th, 9th, 10th, and it's just gnarly. It's cutthroat. It's guys that you see winning heat races that you think should be up there challenging for main event wins, and it's not for a battle that far up in the field, which is kind of like this one. Is Seaberg that goes up the inside there.
Trying to go after Riley Hugan up here. We got Kyle Carpenter, Ivan Medina, Jake Warden, Devin Davis. A little sketchy, but saved it nicely.
Dale Mullins is heat. So
no, Hunter Porch is in second now. Braden
wow.
Carter is like a half a lap ahead.
Hunter's kind of old. Hunter's like 25.
Oh, Porch not going to get the triple, and so Dale Mullins goes over top of him. I think Porch is like 23, if I'm right, because he's
probably younger
a little bit later than all of us.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like some of these, there's got to be some random old dude, because like we're 24, 25, 26, like.
Yeah, but your fingers start slowing down, man. Your fingers start slowing down.
Dude, my fingers are still perfect.
Oh, is that why you're out there racing right now?
Well, I suck. That's just what happened.
Yeah.
I suck. My job. I feel like getting old. Like if you can't race, that's why the kids kind of dominate, because the kids are just like. That's when we were good, right? We were like 18 and we could just play all the time, and I mean I was still working, but I was a kid.
We got a transfer of position going on here.
I'll still hold shot.
Porch versus Mullins is the battle for second on screen, and they're going back and forth. Nobody can quite figure out who wants to finish in front of the other at this point.
Hey, maybe in motocross I'll come back up and do some race. I could put my computer right here and then do the same thing. Ride until I want to quit and then just commentate.
Let's see. Here we go.
Pull a couple hole shots. I still got the reaction time, but... And Hunter Porch has been around a while, and kind of good to see him back doing good. I feel like he hasn't had too many strong performances. He does have that national number 47, but hasn't been lights out. And doing a fairly good job at kind of holding this guy off. They've been together for about a full lap now.
3 minutes left. 3 minutes left and a lap to go. In this main event, Porch versus Mullins is this battle for second. A little further back, we see Devin Davis still holding down 4th over Jake Warden. Warden in 5th, Medina in 6th. Ben Seaberg has climbed all the way up to 7th, so when we saw him last, he was in 12th. He's working on moving into 6th now. So good ride for Seaberg to kind of salvage what could have been a pretty good night for him, though. Speed-wise, he's definitely on it. Just a little bit out of tune, I think, with his starts in the main events.
Yeah, and Seaberg not up in the top 10 in points right now.
Oh, and he's going to go down.
Gosh, right as we talk about him, just goes OTB hard. Chase Bobby DeSell, whatever you are.
Trying to get by Ivan Medina. I think that's a lapped rider down the inside there on the 194.
Let's see who gets this drive. Bobby looking good, but not good enough to close up and make the pass in
Gonna
the turn.
scrub.
Oh, he does
Let's see if
scrub
he
up the good way
sends it.
inside. Not going to
Nope.
push the issue there.
Always interesting to me that these guys go for hard block passes before the whoops. Jake Warden going down and going to lose a couple of spots here. Let's see DeSell trying to square up Medina here and go after him.
Man, what a crazy night of racing here so far. Bobby DeSell, nobody really staying too consistent except for the one and only out front Braden Carter, just putting on a clinic here, but everything else is so hard to keep track of. These guys are all over the place. Ben Seberg was making a charge, but then makes a huge mistake himself. Right here we see Bobby DeSell trying to chase Ivan Medina for this spot. There's Jake Warden coming back in.
Yeah, Warden's trying to
looking a lot better, like
sneak back into the top 5 if he can. Up ahead, it is still Mullins. Well, Devin Davis has gotten back into a podium position. He's now in 3rd, and he's trying to run down Hunter Porch for 2nd if he can. Braden Carter is lapping deep into the field at this point. Let's take a look. He's probably lapped about to 9th, if I could guess. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
He dropped 1 minute. I think
So 5 is Medina, 6 DeSell, 7th is Warden, 8th is Seberg. But yeah, so Carter has now lapped Ben Seberg, who is in 8th, and he is about to check off another lap. 2 laps to go here in Anaheim as we are going to hit the timer before Carter gets around for one more lap. So 2 to go. Warden.
Yeah, these guys definitely having to fight the track. I've actually been really happy so far this year with the track designs in real life and here how they've worked out. Looks like these guys are really just, it's more difficult technical racing. I feel like it's interesting when, someone goes down, Ivan Medina hits him and goes off track. Bobby DeSell does get stuck on him. But I like when the guys are racing each other but also have to race the track at the same time. Even if the tracks didn't break down with the erode, I feel like they've just been, the rhythm sections have been built difficult. I think half of that is good track design and half of it is good building by the track crew. But it's really interesting when they can't just blow past. And wow, that was Braden Carter about to lap Bobby DeSell here, who is in
6th, I believe. 5th.
5th place.
Braden
So
Carter's
our
about to
leader,
lap 5th.
Braden Carter is an absolute nutbag.
And he's going to do it because down goes DeSell. DeSell's going to lose a couple positions
off the track
here.
too.
Let's take a peek back up ahead of this group, though, as white flag is waving for Braden Carter. One last look at our current podium positions. Carter, Davis, Porch is the box right now. We'll see if it stays that way all the way to the checkered flag. Pretty interesting. Oh, Mullins has gone down. That is actually going to, I think, allow...
4th, right?
Yeah, from 4th. So that's going to
Seberg's
have
gonna get into
Seberg
4th.
going through, and Medina's tucking down the inside as well. Not seeing Braden Carter suddenly. I think he is either
I thought he got passed already.
I think he did as well, but I'm not seeing him. Let's see. He should be coming. Yeah, there he is. Okay.
So
here comes
he's
Carter.
lapped up to 4th?
Lapped up to... Yeah, he's past 4th now. He just has not lapped the podium, which is absolutely mental.
Last lap here. What an absolute freak of nature. Braden Carter, D. Mills said, is the only fast one out here, and hey, he kind of proved it.
Wow.
Tonight.
Terrific ride. Braden Carter, 2 for 2 in Anaheim. He wins tonight at Anaheim, too. And he is going to extend his points lead by doing so.
We go back to 2nd place with this Devin Davis, who literally just passed the finish line.
Yeah, just past the finish line. Davis trying to hang on to 2nd here. He is now guaranteed a podium after missing the main event last week, so this is a huge step in the right direction for
4th
Davis.
place has already finished the race. 5th place, 6th place. Everybody's finishing the race. The only battle we have here is this Devin Davis, seeing if he can hold on to 2nd, but a guaranteed podium is pretty nice going into your last lap.
Yeah.
You obviously want the points for 2nd, but
Davis just trying to hold on here, going over the triple. We got a charging Hunter
Porch
Porch.
is saucing it, absolutely.
He's going to try to send it into the whoops here. Let's see if he gets a good enough drive to do something.
Yeah, you have to. Just jump across the corner, whatever. Just
I don't
hold it
think he's
10th
going to
wide.
be close enough. He's trying his absolute best. Davis made a mistake.
Oh!
Porch charging to the line.
Wicked.
And it's going to be Davis just getting him over the line. And, Porch got second on
down
cuts.
the cuts.
Porch got second on cuts.
As they all finished right there when Monty came across.
No.
Oh, D. Davis, heartbreak.
Seberg was 4th. Mullins was 5th there. Medina's 6th. Spencer's 8th, actually, because Kyle Carpenter goes to 7th.
Not bad.
Chase DeSalle or Bobby DeSalle 9th. 10th for Daniel Mills after winning last week in St. Louis.
Wow, D. Davis had lost 4 seconds on cuts.
Bummer for him. Jake Warden's going to end up 11th. 12th for Riley Hugan. 13th was Luke Sullivan. 14th for Craig Richards. 15th, Chase Blakely. 16th for Michael Mudge. 17th was Robert Wilson. 18th for Trevor Schaefer. 19th for Daniel Irvine. 20th, Charles Gable. 21st, Clay Alfrey. And 22nd, Jacob Hubbard. He only completed 7 laps here tonight of the 16-lap main event. And your winner after 16 laps is the number 32 machine of Braden Carter, folks. He's already disconnected. That's how stoked he is on tonight. Devin Davis is mad at himself because he lost the podium.
Oh my gosh.
Second there.
Look at that lap time.
I know, dude. 59.7.
59.7?
Someone came in here yelling it in chat, but I was too busy focusing on the battle. Yeah, 59.7 out of Carter.
1.8 seconds faster than the next fastest person, which was 38.
I mean, look at the gap itself. 52.8 second gap.
On a 59-second lap time track for that guy. Literally, he beat... That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's freaking crazy.
Absolutely ripping. How about Hunter Porch?
7 seconds away from lapping the field. That's crazy. Hunter Porch strong with that clean setup. TLD throws it off a little bit, but those smart top Hondas looking beautiful. Nothing better than a red dirt bike. Right, Kellen?
Yeah.
You have one Honda.
I know.
That was supposed to be like, yeah, bro. Ride red.
I'm not like sponsored by Honda, dude. It's not like I can just go out here and claim I'm getting commission or something.
No, but if you want to sponsor me.
I like Shy Guy, my guy over here, dropping 199 saying the 2 people that dislike this stream suck. You're absolutely right, dude.
Who disliked
What are you
this?
disliking this stream for? If you're here, what are you disliking it for, dude?
Yeah, just leave. Just close it.
Yeah.
We had 440
Come on,
people that just watched that heat.
I'm trying to make a living over here. Gosh, dude. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Send us money.
I'm not going to condone the send us money part.
Send us all sorts of money.
We don't need
We're trying to
money.
make a living.
But we appreciate the money, but we don't need the money.
I'm kind of poor. Well, we make
By
it
the
down
way,
here every week.
Celebrity chat soiree again here. We have Dylan Long hanging out. We have Jeff Walker. We had Dylan Epstein a little earlier. I saw Nick Tomasunis, who's also a local ripper on the East Coast. So good to see a couple guys hang out as well. If I'm missing anybody that is a ripper, I mean, Shaq.
He's old. If Shaq could make a main, he would be the oldest.
Absolutely ripper, dude. 2-time MX Simulator Supercross champion Brian Haskell hanging out in chat. It is who's who of celebrities.
Mark Zeeler
in chat tonight.
Scooty Puff too.
Just
thank you guys for all coming out. Donut MX in the chat as well. Thank you guys for all coming and supporting.
Epic
We
night.
appreciate you guys. Baby Yoda, look at this dude.
Baby Yoda's in chat. Oh, that's funny. All right, folks, it is the 450 main event coming up here from Anaheim. A lot of storylines coming into this one. We're going to have a lot of answers after this one as well.
Dylan Copeland's famous.
Can Jeremy Siebold hold on to the points lead? Can Walter Gebhardt sweep Anaheim just like Braden Carter did? Can Russ Chapman finally break through for a victory? Is Haley back? What is happening in this 450 class? We, man, a lot of stuff going on. Trying to read chat as well as it goes by. Love your streams, MX Racer 905. Thanks, buddy. I love your donations, but I love you as a person too because
I love
you're
you
hanging
all
out here.
more. This light
Seriously.
is making me freak out in here. Dylan Copeland, thanks for coming in.
450 whole shot bet. Oh man.
Oof.
I mean, Tyler Schmidt didn't make the main. Alexis Leclerc didn't make the main. Who's gonna get the whole shot?
Russ Chapman. I'm like, this is me. This is me in Rocky Mountain. Thank you, Zach. That's like so much money. This is how I play Rocky Mountain Fantasy in real life. I just pick Roxon for the win every single time for the last like 3 years, and it finally happened this week. And I swear I didn't pick him, but I'm just gonna keep picking Russ Chapman until he wins because I feel like he has the balls out speed like we saw Braden Carter. I feel like if he gets a start and just like can clear his mind, I think he can do something not to the same extent, but like Braden Carter did. I think there's a few guys. If Siebel gets a start and just can get out, I think there's a couple guys in this class. If you see Haley, Siebel, or Russ Chapman or Gebhardt get a good start and just kind of separate themselves, I think that's who you're going to see win the race.
By the way, I got Bryce Whelan for a whole shot, which is why we're watching him, but it's time, folks. Round number 3 of the 2020 MotoOption Supercross Series is set to go from Anaheim. Let's go racing! We're off and running. Whelan's got a good jump. Let's see if he gets it. Seabolt's trying to out-drag him, but he's going to go down, and it's going to be William St. Laurent, 2 for 2 on whole shots tonight. Canadian flying out here. And it's Leitzel who's up in second. We got Walter Gebhardt in third, Roy Mitchell, Dominic Tiberino, Ash Deering all up in the front. Kind of a weird mix at the front. Maybe Gebhardt was the one who's going to try to slide through and get the lead early if he can.
Yeah, I feel like Gebhardt's strong, but man, we completely destroyed that whole shot call. But Mitchell up here strong, and these guys not really separating themselves yet, and we're almost down a full lap. So we have got Gebhardt charging in. Oh, my gosh.
Bring it back. Oh, he's going down. He's in a bad spot. Let's see if he gets landed on here. Is anybody shorting the triple? Oh, a couple guys landed on him.
Hit. Let's see if he gets
away. Just gets away. Haley coming through there. And Schmidt down the inside.
That's about top 10-ish,
yeah,
it looks
somewhere
like.
In there.
So these guys, we got so many. We got number 1, number 4, and number 5 in like 8, 9, 10. So this is crazy. William St. Laurent, though, great start and great opening lap. Let's
sliding out.
I'm just done. I'm done talking.
Roy Mitchell up here in second. Dominic Tiberino in third. Remember, Tiberino won his heat.
Looked great in this track, won his heat.
And he has won
up there
in MotoOption SX before. I believe it was back in 2017 that he picked up a victory. Going to try to do it again here tonight if he can with that heat race victory, and already challenging Roy Mitchell here for second.
Yes, sir, and a pretty strong gap here that this top 3 has built up. You kind of saw how quickly that can get thrown away, though, but Roy Mitchell and William St. Laurent are super strong here, as well as Dom. So let's see if these guys can kind of minimize their mistakes and just kind of grow that lead like we saw Brady do in the first race, the 250 main event.
Yeah, St. Laurent looking strong out front, but this is a very similar picture to what we saw in the heat race, where he led for a little bit, obviously faded back, but was still able to transfer right into that main event. And at this point, all he's hoping to do is hold on to the lead for as long as possible, as Mitchell on the 25 closing down, bringing the 77 of Tiberino with him. And we're about to have a 3-rider battle up front here. This is getting tight quick.
Yeah, and Bryce Whelan, it almost looks like, is the highest person in points that's kind of up front in this group. I think he's in wherever he's at. He's 15 points down in 5th place in the points standing. So looks like he's definitely in a good position here. If he can get out front, break away, he might be able to put himself into that maybe top 3 in points by the end of the night. If the other guys have an off night, that's kind of what we've been seeing. People missing mains and people having really off nights. So I think this point series is wow. Roy saves that and absolutely tosses it. I think this series is wide open. Like, I think any given night you can finish first, you can finish 10th. So don't count anybody out.
T-Gritty train right here. We got Reed Young, Zach Prokop right here, Bryce Whelan coming in, and Colton Mitchell in here. Whoa, Ty Baker dropping $10 in chat. Pumped on this racing tonight. Who do you guys have for the win this weekend? We'll get to the win this weekend after this main event. We want to cover all this hot and heavy 450 action, but we'll
hot and heavy
talk about the real life racing after
Big
this.
hogs.
As down goes Reed Young. Jeremy Smith going to go by. I think that's Matthias Janis. Russ Chapman on the 29. Where is our points leader? Here is Haley, the defending champion. Ash Deering, Walter Gebhardt, Brady Ginter back here with Kyle Robb, Thomas Wilcox, Jeremy Cohen Hour, Gunnar Fugler.
Yeah, Siebel and Rush, right? Just not having a good time.
I think Kyle Robb missed the finish line, folks. I don't think he knows it either. Yeah, he's just going back now. Here is Siebel, by the way, who is somewhere 20th. Wow.
Wow, that's literally the struggle of this game. You can get a good start, bad start. You can just have a lot of mistakes. Sometimes it's just out of your control. We haven't been able to see him. We don't know if it's kind of his own doing, if he just was a little bit stressed out and kept making his own mistakes, or if it was kind of other people. But you can win the week before, you can hold the red plate, you can do all you can do, but in the main event, it's a little bit crazy out here. In 20th place, he's scoring a solid 3 points right now. So really rough night for Jeremy Siebel, our points leader.
Yeah, he's got to put the charge on immediately and try to get up to the front. By the way, speaking of up front, William St. Laurent
holding
on the number
it down.
86 Mad Cape ride. Almost 5 minutes into this main event, he goes down just as we start talking.
Dude, we are the biggest curse, I swear to God.
So Roy Mitchell is going to take over the race lead.
And sauces it.
Marino, Zach Prokop right behind.
Team Squirt, what are you doing out here? He's charging.
We also
Prokop.
have Bryce Whelan Yeah, Prokop is.
I would be scared for Prokop if I were these guys, because he just degaffs harder than most guys. Look, degaffs. He doesn't even want to ride on the track. That's how much he doesn't
Guys
care.
are all over the place. Wheeling trying to go down the inside. We got 4 riders up front.
Ooh,
Look at
and we hit the
Tiberino trying to
hotline.
go over, and get to the inside.
Does he make it? Gonna get pinched off like a you-know-what. Tiberino not able to make it. Does he go quad? No, he doesn't. But actually.
And he gets into his teammate Prokop, and they go down together.
Wow.
That's going to put Whelan up into the 2 spot. Mitchell now up into 3rd, and St. Laurent, after his crash, now finds himself in 4th.
Oh, geez.
It's all starting to kick off at the front, 5 minutes into the main event. We still have 3/4 of the race left to go.
Yeah, we have a whole 14 minute. I can't do math. 14 minutes plus a lap of this madness. Roy Mitchell out here just saucing it, looking so comfy, and he's been up here. He's one of the only people that hasn't really made a mistake. I think maybe we saw him go down early, but he's just looking strong. Even when he's messing up like that over jumping jumps, he hasn't gone down. So Whelan also looking strong. He was far back, making a charge up here. We're going to have to see how much pressure he can put on the Roy. And I just saw Russ Chapman all the way up to 6th place for him. So solid comeback for him. These guys, look at that gap. This is nowhere near the 250 moto, as Russ Chapman is super, super fast and maybe only less than 10 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, we still
Jeremy
have
Smith right there, too.
a whole group of people just grouped together here. And, I mean, Matthias, Janis, Prokop still off the back here.
Prokop with the quad, and that was actually all sorts of fast right there.
Yeah, nice save. St. Laurent just went down in the background, so we lost him a little bit further down the running order. Gosh, man, Roy Mitchell, how impressive is this ride, though, for the 25 thus far?
Yeah, honestly, not that I'm super surprised, but he kind of doesn't. I think he doesn't believe in himself as much as he should. He's been around a long time. Roy's for sure got to be the oldest person.
That's a good point. I think
Roy's
28,
old.
29.
Roy, you're so old. You're
Has
like
a child.
grandpa. He's a child?
I believe he does, yeah. If I'm wrong, I mean.
Roy's a beautiful, slim, thick, just specimen. Absolute beautiful male specimen out here leading. But just, I feel like he doesn't believe in himself that much. He's like, oh, yeah, and he doesn't really care. He's like, oh, yeah, thank you so much. You're a sweetheart. He's like, yeah, like, I feel like that was all right. Yeah, so he's been a little bit crazy, not super pumped on his own rides, but he definitely has the skill and the speed to do it. So, I totally lost my train of thought. There's a dog in here.
So Roy's still leading. It is Whelan 2nd, Mitchell 3rd, Chapman in 4th, Smith in P5. Prokop in 6th now with St. Laurent closing in.
I'm sorry, Kellen, but
Yeah, you're
St.
fine.
Lawrence
Tiberino,
still up here.
Haley, Janis, Deering, Cohen Hour, Honeywell, Young, and there is our points leader, Seabolt, going by. He's now in 14th. Still has half the race left to go. Realistically
59-1
speaking, where can we see Seabolt finishing in this one? He's got Gebhardt right behind him.
Okay, literally not even halfway. Gebhardt and him have been together the last couple laps. If they kind of get over their egos and like, I'm better than you, I need to keep you behind me type thing, and they can kind of ride their own race. Like if Gebhardt's making a pass on Seabolt and Seabolt just can let him by, I feel like these two, let's see, 27 seconds back, 13. I think they can holy crap, Matthias. Well, with stuff like that going down,
yeah.
I feel, can we go up a little bit and so I can just see kind of gaps? Where is that? Go back.
Whelan has taken over the lead. Bryce Whelan has taken over the race lead. Cole Mitchell is now 2nd. Chapman is
Roy
now
Mitchell's
3rd.
gone.
Smith 4th. Prokop 5th. And Roy back to 6th.
Honestly,
what
5th.
has just happened?
I feel like they can get back to where Roy is right now. I feel like a hard charge the next 10 laps. I wouldn't be surprised to see Seabolt and Mitchell around the 4, 5, 6, 7 spot. Like that kind of group. I don't think they're going to catch this group of Whelan, Tiberino, and Rush. But they're definitely going to make it up, I think, pretty far. Top 8 at least.
And poor Kyle Robb missing the finish line jump, and now he's letting people by as he is a lap down. He probably went 4 corners before realizing his mistake, and now he's just got to let the whole field go by. A really, really tough night there for the 23. But he is letting through a tremendous battle going on for second right now. Colton Mitchell and Rush Chapman going after it. Chapman
Did you see him
scrubbing down that
just
triple.
saucy, blossy out here?
Let's see who gets a better drive on the whoops. The whoops have been crucial here tonight, and Mitchell looks like he's got a great line down the left side.
Oh, he's going to OJ so hard.
Chapman wheelie down the right side, was able to check up for the triple and still landed
That was
smooth.
sick.
These guys are both actually pretty clean in
Dude,
the whoops here.
yeah. So Rush, I was scared. Like we said, they can just start banging gears and get some positions made if they want to kind of hang it open, hang it out. But I don't know. That's kind of scaring me now. I feel like you get that small little rut through the whoops, and these guys are going to start getting kicked more often. You see Colton Mitchell going for that quad double. Rush right behind him with the on-off double into the corner. But
yeah, it's kind of interesting that both lines seem to work about the same once you get to the corner. It seems like maybe Mitchell has a little bit more of a drive out of the corner, so that's what's gaining him an advantage.
yeah, I think it depends on whether the guys can kind of hook into that left-hander. Gosh, Russ Chapman I love that.
I
So
know, the scrub is so nice right there.
Just scrubbing rhythm sections is my favorite thing besides just people absolutely tossing it. And we see Rush getting sketchy there in the whoops. But I think that just shows Rush is comfortable, but that can also lead to a lot of mistakes. But look at these guys just absolutely training here. Colton Mitchell wasn't as strong as his teammate Gebhardt in the opening round or two, I think. He's definitely been up here, but he's coming to his own, it looks like, in this round and definitely holding it on and definitely wants to go challenge for that lead. But Whelan is holding strong as well, as we see a lapper. That was Ginter, I think, our backflipping warrior there. But, was that the leader down? Was that Whelan?
Yeah, it was the leader down. Bryce Whelan's gone down, and Chapman has gone down as well.
Rush!
So Whelan gets up and goes down again. He's down in the MXS lobby bales.
And here we go. Colton Mitchell just about to blow these dudes wide open.
He has a huge lead suddenly, and
I know.
Jeremy Smith has now moved into second.
Jeremy Smith just got to hold it there, man. That's all you got to do. Like, Smith is... I feel like his speed hasn't been blazing. He was able to hold with the guys at St. Louis, but he's just been there around forever. How old is he, by the way?
Jeremy Smith is younger. I think he's around 22.
Okay, so just a little baby out here just shredding, but he's been in this game so long, and I feel like his speed, you can see, isn't like that Russ Chapman, like blazing, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to qualify a second faster, but he's so smart, and he's been around for so long, he's just going to be there. He was just in about 5th. And now look where that put him. So if he can hold off this charge from Russ Chapman coming back up, he's going to have a great finish. And
Chapman down the inside, makes the move into second, goes to 29.
Yeah, let's see if he can do something back here. Going to go double, triple, single, I think.
I think that 3-3-1's a little bit better.
Yeah, and had a lapper in between there.
Oh, Mitchell. Ooh, man, there's a lap rider down that he had to jump over, and that almost got hairy there real quick.
I don't know if you agree, as he just absolutely kills himself in the background, but Jeremy Smith, I feel like, is going to be like just top 3 at the end of the points, at the end of the season in points.
He always is, for sure.
And it's not going to be a surprise.
Here comes your defending champion, Jack Haley, scooting down the inside of Smith. He's looking to get on the box for the first time this season and try to write his championship potential on the right track here. It's going to do a good job here in third. We got Zach Prokop closing in right behind his former teammate, Jeremy Smith. Now they're on different teams.
Yeah, look at that whoop speed right there by Prokop. Just not scared to hang it out. But, man, you see, as we come around 13 and a half minutes into this race, I feel like you're seeing a lot of the guys who have started up front good and kind of made mistakes. I feel like it's kind of all coming together now. You see Jack Haley come back up, start to get into a good position. A couple mistakes from people like Smith, but Prokop some early mistakes, and now he's back up here. So this race is definitely not over, as we know that anything can happen in this 450 class this year.
Looking a little further back, we still have Bryce Whelan in the mix. Jeremy Cohen Hour has Dominic Tipperino right behind him. And Jeremy Siebold, who I've seen you guys tracking his progress in chat, is absolutely on the move. He's already up inside of the top 10. He's now 9th. He's doing 59s, 1 minute flats, and on the move right now. It looks like position-wise, he's not going to have much opportunity for the next little bit here. He's going to have to kind of charge forward, and we're looking at only 5.5 minutes plus a lap left in the main event, but still has the track deterioration on his side. If he has guys crashing in front of him, might be able to catch them a little bit quicker, obviously.
Yeah, P8 was in the back of my prediction here as we see people going down. I think that was Whelan there with a lapper, it looked like.
I think it was another position. I think
Oh, maybe that was
maybe
Roy.
Roy, yeah, because Siebold just gained 2 spots. He's already back up to 7.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but Siebold, hey, that was the back of my prediction. So if he's in the top 5 at the end of this, I would not be surprised. Let's check some lap times out here. We got 59.1 from Siebold, our red plate leader. Tiberino, not as fast, but he's definitely been more consistent. 59.8 by Jack Haley here. 1 minute, 0.7 by Zach Prokop. 1 minute, 0.5 by Schmidt, as Prokop is going to make that pass over the triple. We see him scrubbing past there. 59.5, so Russ Chapman also has some speed. Colton Mitchell 59.6 as your leader. So only 1.8 seconds out front is Colton Mitchell.
Yeah, this battle for the lead is brewing quick.
This is going to be absolutely nuts here. I think Kyle Robb right there is a lapper. You've got Russ Chapman going to push for his first win this year. Same with Colton Mitchell as well. And both these guys have been right there. They know they're fast. They know they're just about that next group, and they think they deserve a win. And they're putting themselves in the perfect position. We have just over 4 minutes and a lap to go in this 450 main event.
And Rob is going to be really disappointed with himself at this point because he clearly has the pace to run with these guys. He's basically sat behind Colton Mitchell this entire main event, and just unfortunate that he missed the time to get early in the race, or else he probably could have been up here as well. He's going to probably have to heat way to Russ Chapman here as this battle for the lead continues brewing. Let's see if Rob does a nice job to get out of the way here. He's trying to go to the right side of the track.
Yeah, we'll see. I think he's definitely going to let it go. There we go. Thank you, Kyle Robb, for being a great lapper. So Russ Chapman has some clean air right now. Not sure what the track looks like in front of them, but all he has to do in these next 3.5 minutes and a lap is chase down Colton Mitchell, who's right in front of him. And, man, this can get heated really quick. Hopefully there's no mistakes. I would love to see a great battle to the line. But Russ Chapman and, man, Colton Mitchell themselves both are so fast.
Yeah, this is definitely tightening up a lot quicker than you expect at the front. Chapman has got the bit between his teeth trying to close it down on number 6. He's not going to get this line here.
The track getting a little bit rough, though. Did you see him kind of get that kick on that triple out coming into the corner and then again on the exit rut? So Mitchell got a slight gap there over Rush, but, man, Mitchell just looks so great, so smooth here tonight.
Well, that could be something also that you have to keep an eye on with Mitchell out front with these little notches in the corners. It could be something where he's just thinking nonchalantly, just another lap, trying to click it off, trying to close it down to the checkered flag here, and then gets one of those kickers.
Yeah, something could develop, like, depending on where you land on that triple out, you might not hit it every single lap, and you switch up a tiny bit, and you start to hit it, or you hit it, and it catches you off guard. So we see Russ Chapman, though. He's got speed, man, and he's kind of like, he's just a bat out of hell, dude. He's like going for it. He has so much speed, but I feel like he's prone to a blow up.
Maybe,
but if he doesn't get that, I think he can get right back up on the rear wheel. Let's see here. Man, that rut is just absolutely deadly.
But Mitchell isn't getting it clean either.
Yeah, I want to watch Mitchell through that next lap and see if
we'll take a look.
He kind of is feeling that same roughness there, but that's pretty interesting that it's breaking down at least and making them switch that line. They might start going to a double single inside or something like that just to kind of completely avoid it.
So Chapman definitely starting to close it down a little bit here. Only a minute and a half left on the clock before we'll have one lap to go in Anaheim. It is getting crunch time here for the victory in the third round of the 2020 MotoOption Supercross Series. It's going to come down to Colton Mitchell on the 6 versus Russ Chapman here on the 29. Who wants it more is really what it's going to come down to, I think.
Yeah, a minute and a half plus a lap here. Probably going to be 3 laps here. Mitchell slides out.
Gets knocked out and then gets plowed into from behind. I think that was maybe Fugler and Oliver getting together behind them, coming into them together. So the lappers played a small part in it, but as it turns out, they're still about in the same position they were.
See what Mitchell does here if he does anything different.
Oh, he still gets the triple clean, and Chapman actually got it this lap too.
Man, these guys are just absolute nutcases. They are so fast. Is that who's coming up behind them?
Oliver right behind them.
That's a lapper. Yeah, so Smith far back, holding on to a strong third, and Russ Chapman pushing the limits of his speed in those whoops, getting a little bit of swap, exiting, and he's got to be less than a second back right now. Just trying to push, slamming into that wall jump right here. They're going to come across the line with about 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, 2 laps to go.
We're going to have 2 laps to go with this battle heating up more than ever.
Oh, man, Colton Mitchell would love to hang on and win here. Chapman a little bit off the track, but he's railing around that corner. This is the difference maker right here. Watch Chapman on, off, down the inside. He's going to go for the lead. He's going to
He's going to hit the pixie stick.
He hit the pole. He went too deep down the inside, and it ruins his chance at the win here tonight unless there's a mistake out of our leader. Unfortunate circumstance. Chapman had the opportunity, was going for it, and just jumped right into the pole, blocking you from cutting the inside of that corner.
Hey, it did its job. I'm crying in the club right now. Russ Chapman told me last week he is going to win this week, and, man, he almost looked like he could pull it off. He still might be able to. There's still some lappers. There's still some messed up track, and these guys have just over a lap to go. Colton Mitchell, though, has looked completely amazing tonight. So we'll see if Russ Chapman can hang in there. Maybe we'll get some cuts. You never know what they did. Both of these guys had to fight through the pack just a little bit to get back to the position they're at. So
Colton Mitchell going to take the white flag. He is still ahead of Chapman in second. Jeremy Smith is up in third. Jack Haley right behind him in fourth, and Prokop in fifth. So this is a good little battle. Three-rider train coming down to the white flag this time by. Haley would love to get on the box here, but Smith's going to try to hold him off. The savvy veteran against the new champ.
Yeah. Oh my
man.
gosh.
Smith tossing it in. Haley around the outside. Who's going to hold it in this next line? Smith goes on,
I
off
love
here.
these split rhythms here. You got guys quadding from the inside,
Smith on the outside, trying to hold it. Haley's going to try to get to his inside and then make contact.
Gets
Here comes Prokop, who's going to triple by them both, maybe?
Ooh.
No, he's going to get in the bales. So that's going to allow Haley back through in front of him as Smith is coming down the rhythm lane as well. Oh, man, this is really tight action at the front. Who is it going to be? Three riders going at it for the final podium spot. Meanwhile, up front, we'll take a quick look at them. The first win of the season is underway as the number 6 rounds the final corner. It is going to be Colton Mitchell winning in Anaheim, round number 3, as he is on top of the podium once again. Chapman ended up 5 seconds down. And here's the race. It is Smith trying to hold off Prokop. Now we've lost Haley. Coming down to the line, the number 4 machine of Smith will end up on the box here tonight in Anaheim, ahead of Prokop in 4th. And Haley going to be disappointed with that. He drops all the way back to 5th.
Man. Oh, Bryce Whelan
going down right before the finish line jump.
Mitchell, maybe.
I think Mitchell's going to get there, but he's got Seabolt with him. This is going to be a drag race to the line as well. As Whelan's getting up, Mitchell coming down the Dragon's back, and it's going to be Whelan, Mitchell, Seabolt in 8th. 9th, Cohen Hour, 10th, Tiberino, and Gebhardt looks like he's going to just beat it out in 11th. Actually, that was a lapped rider, so Honeywell back here in 12th. 13th, Deering, 14th, Leitzel, Wilcox, Robb, Fugler, St. Laurent, Young, Ginter,
and cuts are
Oliver, and Janis. Let's take a look up front.
There's so many close finishes. Oh, there's one.
Bryce Whelan lost 2 positions. He was originally 6th. He's now 8th. And that is wow. Chapman actually got pretty close. Oh my God! Look at the cuts at the front.
Holy
11.7 seconds for Colton Mitchell and 7.4 seconds for Russ Chapman. And wow, that was a huge difference. I mean, if Smith could have gotten close.
Yeah, so I definitely said completely the wrong name, and we have almost 500 viewers. Thank you guys for being in here to hear that. But Colton Mitchell and Russ Chapman were tied 6 points back from Jeremy Seabolt, our current points leader. Seabolt finished 7th place, and we had those two tied for that 2nd place spot. Finished 1-2, which is what was so amazing here. So it looks like Colton Mitchell's going to be the red plate leader. Red plate holder with a 3-point lead now on Russ Chapman.
Somewhere, it's going to be really close for sure.
And I'm sure we'll have Kyle Miller come in here and help us out with getting those points. But Jeremy Smith also finished 3rd place, if I'm correct, who was 4th in points. Like, Whelan was up there, Haley. So Gebhardt lost a lot of points, left them all on the table. Tyler Lang, I don't even think he made the main tonight.
No.
Colby Eaglin was not here as well. So
yeah, this is Eagland I know is dropping down to race 450 East, so we're not going to see 250 East, I should say. So we're not
Haley's moving up. Cohen Hour wasn't. I don't know how to say your name, but dude, Whelan, Smith, Chapman, Mitchell, Seabolt. I feel like that, and Haley. I feel like that's going to be your 6, and was there anybody? So Dominic Tiberino really surprised me tonight, but other than that, was there anybody really maybe Prokop, but they're not really in the points
Yeah,
battle. So
I think you're right about that group there. It's
I
going to
think
kind of
that's going to be our
come
6.
down to that. Yeah.
Almost like real life. We kind of got we've got about 5-6 people that are going to be race winners week in, week out. Whoever holds it down, and man, that was great.
Yeah.
Great racing.
By the way, update from chat, Moto Chasin, aka Chase Donovan, letting us know that Colton is going to be the points leader by 3 points. So we'll see the number 6 with the red plate
over
next
Rush.
week.
Correct.
So that's the 4th different red plate holder after 3 rounds of racing. We had Haley, obviously, then we had Gebhardt, then we had Seabolt this week, and now we're going to have Colton Mitchell next week. Crazy stuff. Holy cow, Craig Richards dropping $20 here in at the end. Unbelievable. Thank you, Craig. I really appreciate that. Let me use your little decal overlays that you do every week. I really appreciate that as well. And then I remember the $10 donation. You had asked what's our thoughts on real life 450 250 action this weekend. Awood, I'll throw it to you first.
Never even get a chance to think.
All right,
I got it. AC looked good on the dirt last week. I'm going AC Barsha Roxon for 450 podium.
Okay.
And because Barsha looked good, AC looked good on the dirt, Roxon looks like he's got his bike stuff figured out. 250s, honestly, I feel like it's just like you could pick the names out of a hat. Kind of got to go around the same. Maybe Ferrandis, Cooper, Faulkner. Would love to see some different guys get in there, but it's not East Coast. East Coast, you asked me, Malcaros taking every round. But how about you? Who you got for 450s?
I actually do have the same winners as you. I have AC winning this weekend. Okay. I have Barsha second, but I have Tomac third because I think he needs a podium or it's going to look really bad championship-wise.
But do you think he can get the podium?
I think he's going to get a bad start, but I think unlike the first 2 rounds, he'll be able to charge all the way through.
He looked like hot garbage at Anaheim, though.
Yeah, it's true. But I think he'll get that figured out. I think he'll be on the box. And then I have the same 250 podium as you. Ferrandis, Cooper, Faulkner for me. I think Ferrandis needs a win to get back in this championship, so he's going to go balls to the walls. Cooper's obviously going to start up front with Faulkner. I think Cooper's better than Faulkner. Proved it at Anaheim, obviously.
Oof.
Yeah. I mean, he almost caught him in St. Louis, too.
But, dude, Faulkner's fast. I'm like, you don't know. He might – have you seen this chick? Like, Home Life? Like,
oh, come on. Here we go.
No, but he does – he's a mistake, in my opinion, mistake maker. You never know what's going to happen. We have 2 long sets of whoops. You saw him go down hard at A1. He seems to have done better with the crashes in practice and races from hanging it out that he did last year. But Faulkner, just so many mistakes. I don't know, split rhythms. You never know. Honestly, we could be perfectly right. We could be completely wrong. So, but 450s was the one I'm really excited about. I think we're kind of on the right track-ish with, I think Tomac, dude, I don't know if he's got it, but maybe midway through the series, I feel like he'll just start clicking them off. But I think his time might have passed.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to see. A great weekend of racing coming up on us. A great race night that we just had here in Anaheim too. Really appreciate every single one of you that dropped by the stream, watched, donated, chatted, subbed, whatever it was that you were doing here tonight. Really, seriously, I appreciate all the support. Myself and Andrew Wood obviously appreciate the support. So
thank you guys.
Yeah, great night of racing, and we'll see you guys next week. First round of the Triple Crown next week. We're gonna be in Glendale. Love the stadium, love the track that creates, and then obviously Triple Crown racing on that track. Gonna be epic. We're gonna be streaming it all right here, same time, same place next week on Start Your Systems, StartYourSystems.com, Start Your Systems on YouTube. So be sure to join us there. And thanks again so much. We'll see you guys next week at Glendale.
See ya.